Welcome back to Tarkadia Rising. An eventful last episode. We found out that our adventurers have left our normal world of Tarkadia and are now, in fact, in a time-warped island called the Chronomist Isles, where we met a new fellow companion, Gurur, right? Gurur. Sorry, I didn't.
No, it's Gurur.
He chose to make it.
Gururu.
I can't emphasize that in my notes. It's just G-R-R-R-R-R.
That's a Digimon.
Guru. The players met several inhabitants, which culminated in them running into a giant tree, which the druid talked to and walked away. So we're picking up from that. You guys kind of chose on that map last time you wanted to head to one of the ruins, right?
Mm-hmm. I can't believe I don't.
Yes, but there was the spire or something. The
obelisk. Do a reread if you want me to.
Because we wanted to make sure
just
we brought what's her face and stuff. I don't think we got that far.
Combat ends. The scout calls our heroes of Davenborrow Bluff. Grizz intimidates Manny, the tax collector, who's the scout. The Ent was angry that people were cutting down trees. Marcilla has been here the whole time? ? Camter has been here for probably 20-ish years. No children have been born on the island. The Ryland Orchard citizens arrived a few months ago. Oh, is that you're familiar?
Might as well.
Yeah.
I forgot. I actually said in one of the. I rewatched some of the early episodes.
And also, it was in the summary you sent me.
But it's actually a Bengal cat. But I said
a
an
Bengal
orange cat and the other thing. So.
So it's Garfield.
What are you doing? I'm curious.
Making sure the haziness of it and the trub at the bottom is mixed throughout.
I thought he was just really excited to spin this game in front of me.
I've never heard that technique for hazy.
So yeah, I'm trying to pull up the picture here because I'm a prepared dungeon master.
It's a Boston beer. It's really good.
But yeah,
Could have
you
used
guys
about 3 more spins.
So you guys did decide to go to one of the 2 areas. While I'm getting that pulled up, let's see here. Who wants to roll a d20 for me?
Look at these
For
things.
What purpose? Oh shit! Wrong character sheet.
Yeah, that's
I have Torbs
You'll
up.
find out after it's rolled, Tim.
14.
Okay.
Okay.
Are those
This is
like
nice.
tiger eye?
Yeah.
So,
Sort of.
This is using 2.0 though. It's not
Pretty
using
cool.
playtest.
That's
So.
cool.
No, I was just looking at.
are you guys going to pick up any supplies or anything before we head in, or are you just going to go? We're going to go.
You needed to fix. Somebody needed to fix the crossbow.
My crossbow is
Play your crossbow did
on
snap.
fire.
Oh yeah, it's on
It
fire.
was on fire and got snapped. So I'm gonna need to
If you
fix
want to
it.
leave it with chops, you can try to fix it for you.
Can I see if anybody in town has a crossbow they'd be willing to lend me? While I let mine get repaired?
Let's actually see if that is in supplies.
We've had time to rest and all that stuff.
Yep.
No time to rest. We're going straight out. Okay. Good.
There's a standard crossbow, nothing fancy. You can
Okay.
take.
I mean,
from
yeah,
supplies.
mine is it's just a regular old crossbow.
Yeah.
Nothing special about it.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
We'll
so
see
I'm gonna borrow that, but I'm gonna make note that I'm leaving my crossbow to get repaired.
Nobody's really hurt, right?
I took 1 hit point, but that's it.
I took
Ken's kinda hurt.
8 damage. No, 6 damage. Yeah, so
You got
still mostly full though.
He was yelling at the mercenary.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
That plus something else, I think. Or was that just it? Was it just that interaction?
People of the Sun or something.
The Church of Perpetual Sun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Church of
that's right.
Perpetual Sun.
Right, and who is Camter again?
Camper's the kind of like quartermaster, kind of like innkeeper guy. He's in charge of kind of the well-being of the town and keeping supplies going. If we want to go through, I can give like quick summary notes of the characters, and I'm also going to build you guys like a little like sheet with like faces and stuff with the characters.
Nice.
You gonna draw them yourself?
So,
oh wait, sorry, you go.
first one was Orn Hornswoggle. He was the he's the member of the Church of the Perpetual Sun, which is a clergy group that is more worried about collecting money so they can buy wealth in their afterlife. And his bodyguard Drea, which is a half-orc kind of monk character. Then you have Booker, or Chops Teppin. He is the blacksmith, kind of kind of a cheery dude, kind of tries to keep himself busy. Then you have Camphor, who is the blacksmith. Manny, the tax collector, who you guys are already on, like... Great terms. And then there's Marcilla, who was the kind of...
The weird native.
The weird girl.
With the clockwork
Well,
stuff?
I say native because she seems like she's from here.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, with a little chipmunk? Or was it a squirrel?
It was a squirrel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which, I don't know. Yes.
So...
Wait. While we're doing this stuff, I don't know if we got to the point, but we wanted to ask her to come with us because she seems to have.
Oh yeah, we can definitely. So we'll go into the scene here. You just kind of got chewed out by a Manny. Camphor kind of like shoe. She's inside of the little like tavern, the Turquoise Wolf, I think it was.
It's turquoise.
The turquoise wolf.
Turquoise.
The turquoise wolf.
So she's in there. She took shelter after the events of the attack. So who wants to go in? Who wants to start the conversation? You kind of volunteered to wanted to talk.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll follow you in.
I'll go talk to her.
So she's sitting there. She's super calm about this whole situation. You have some people that are kind of like cowering and not used to this, but she's just kind of used to it. And she's again working on kind of like some scraps and stuff like that. She's got the squirrel on her shoulder, and she looks up. She's like, "Oh, what happened this time?"
We've been thinking about going out into the woods and doing a bit of exploring, and you've mentioned before that you've had little trouble out there. Would you be willing to accompany us?
Sure. And then like you can kind of see in the corner of your eyes like
From the guy?
yeah.
Oh, Camphor?
Camphor in the back is like, She's like, oh, no. They told me I need to kind of stay here to be moral support and stuff for the new people and kind of be, helping people relax and calm down. And they think it's my cheery disposition or whatever. And, I kind of do want to work on this new thing. Look, I'm making a butterfly, and you can kind of see, like, the starts of, like, a metal, like, wings and stuff like that. She's like, I'm working on a butterfly. Tell you what. You guys spend the first night out there. If you guys need help getting further in there, I can help you out. But I'm going to stay here and do mayor things.
Well, we wanted to go to the obelisk, or what was it? That's what
You're going to the obelisk. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Just watch out for it.
I just, ever since we've been here, you've mentioned people dying and disappearing, and I'd really be more comfortable if you could accompany us.
Roll what is this form of social...
There's no persuasion. There's a diplomacy.
I'd say diplomacy would be the best.
12.
She's like, I'm good.
What about you, guy at the bar?
Camphor?
Camphor, yeah.
Promised my God I wouldn't kill anybody. If we don't kill anybody, I can come with. It's not a big deal.
Do you consider these stone creatures people?
No.
Well, then we're really good.
Sure, I'll come along. Might as well. You need some backup.
I just would be more comfortable with somebody that knew the area or would know if the situation we need to get the heck out of.
Sure, why not? I'll go get my gear. So it kind of like heads back into the back of the inn thing. It's like, meet me outside in about 10. I got to strap up.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Gotta get strapped.
Swole.
Just like in like a tank top, it's like, bah!
What do you need besides a miracle? Guns.
Okay.
I got Dis and Troy. Put together, destroy. Because I'm a holy paladin.
God damn it.
So I think other than repairing my crossbow, or at least borrowing another one while my other one gets repaired, so does Chops want any money to repair it?
No, it's just kind of like a community thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nobody really needs
Okay,
money,
yeah.
I think, or-
Yeah, because I was just saying, because I thought money was like useless here, basically.
Yeah, like the churchman was weird because he wanted everyone's money.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everybody else is kind of just giving up on it.
Okay. Did y'all have anything else you wanted to do in town?
The only thing I could do is maybe prepare more potions, but I think I need...
Sorry, I just live off the land, so I'm good.
As he nibbles on a leaf.
Actually, no, I think I was going to try to make some, like, throwing knives or something.
Oh, he's working on that. He said bring some scrap.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, so I already... Did I write that down? I don't think I did. Okay, I'm gonna write down that I also
Where's my-
asked Chops to make me some
Okay, Chops.
throwing knives.
Let's look at this.
Oh wait,
thing.
well, you said that they were gonna be just like really shitty, right?
Yeah. The quality has scraps right now because like if you find any higher quality metal, like
Okay. Well, actually, in that case, I won't bother with that since it is just scraps. Looking for something that maybe I can hold on to and throw more than once.
it's the other campaign that you have that returnable dagger, right?
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
Just planning around that.
They got lost in the mail.
I'm a bit close to tapped, but you know, depending on how long this journey takes, and if we choose our battles
Well-
wisely, we'll see.
What time of day is it right now?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wait, I'm confused.
Sorry.
No time.
I asked the same question last
There's
week.
no
Oh,
sunset.
shit.
Actual dust.
Sorry.
Oh.
It's totally fine. It's been a couple weeks since we played.
Yeah.
I found it funny because he was just like, "Are you serious?" Because I was about to go. Well, you remember it's always like being the nice DM,
I
but
just-
everybody
I
else
just-
like,
Alex is the rude boy, so.
Rude boy.
I didn't know.
Only because
Yeah,
I
no-
asked the same question last
Yeah,
week.
because she was like, well, if you spend the night out there, and I was like, night, what time is it? But, yep.
I didn't know
never
she was trolling us. Or what.
Nope.
I
That
see
was
what
super
you did there.
serious.
Well, she said that, I mean, we should really only go to the obelisk. So you kind of feel it out. We don't want to go too far out there, and maybe we can get more people to come with us if we kind of just get a feel for it and come back. Maybe then take a good rest with everybody, and then plan a more in-depth journey.
Mm-hmm.
If shit hits the fan, we can double back.
Absolutely.
Sorry, my Gmail's not working right. So that's kind of balls. Stop. So that's kind of the map we have right now. So little campfires, you guys. Did you guys want to stop at one of the 2 points before going up to the obelisk, or
Oh, what were the 2 points again?
There's some ruins.
just some ruin, like kind of like ancient buildings and then the obelisk?
What about the hieroglyphics that Marcelo was talking about? Are those only at the ruins and the obelisk?
They're
or
kind
were
of
they
like all
further?
over the place.
Oh, okay, I
just
thought
like
you mentioned
some
like
stone.
specific sites. Okay, never mind.
I
Yeah,
far-
could have said
Oop.
specific sites, but it's just kind of a language that you kind of see
Okay.
all over the place.
Do we have a rough calculation on like how far that would be or how long that would take?
You don't know how long it's going to take because you're going to have to wade through the jungle. So, by Marcella's account, it could be like, oh, it's probably like half a day, but you could just be like slogging
And
through.
there's really no way to tell how long, I suppose.
Exactly.
And then did we ever get any kind of indication? I mean, not that we didn't like look at a map or anything, but like what was off in that secluded area?
Secluded area. I think you saw that there was a secluded area close by that's like kind of like a.
Are you talking about past the obelisk?
Yeah,
there's
past the
some.
obelisk,
There
there's
is. It's one of the 2 ruin sites.
Okay.
I don't want to say what's over there.
Okay. I meant like the very far end of the map where it looks like there was like a area that was sort of separated from the rest of the
Oh, yeah.
open
Is
world.
that
Oh,
explored or
that's all. That's only what you see right now. So
Okay.
I'm going to be updating this map as you kind of progress.
Okay, I
'Cause-
thought I remembered Marcella motioning to that portion of the map.
She
before.
probably did, and I probably forgot. I haven't edited that episode yet, so I'm a
Fair.
little hazy. But
Not a problem.
oh my god, I don't have my hat. I don't have my dungeon master hat. How am I supposed to dungeon?
Shit, we gotta
master?
start
How do
over.
we even know this guy is? Why is he telling us things?
Who is this stranger?
Who is this crazy man? Pay
does
good
he
money
think
for this
he
hat, damn
is?
it!
Gotta use it.
I cut in front of the camera. That's a big no-no.
just
Cut to
edit that
black.
out.
It's just all of a sudden I just hat
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it.
magic. So you guys are gonna head into the jungle then?
Yo.
Yes, I believe so.
Well, welcome to the jungle. We got
Yeah.
fun
Like
games.
Fun and games.
Okay.
I hate you all.
That was my school's theme song.
Wow.
Really?
Like you just like senior
Not
senior
terrible.
song?
Well, we were tigers, so
Fair enough.
We were stingrays.
Yeah.
There's not really many songs about stingrays.
There's also not a lot of schools that have stingrays as their mascot.
That's what was kind of cool and unique about it, but
Yeah.
also a little weird. We were on
We're
the
the
ocean.
fucking eagles. Like
We were
everybody's
lancers.
the
We weren't even animals. We were human beings on horses.
Like, that's still pretty cool.
everyone always liked the Pueblo Middle School Beavers.
Aw, the beavers.
The beavers.
I was a Minuteman, but I don't want to get too specific for obvious reasons that you guys know about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, back to the Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder 2e, if they ever want to sponsor us. So you guys are headed to the jungle, and you can kind of tell that there's still some like pockets of like where some like worker tools are, where people are working on some lumber and stuff like that. You can kind of see where they've kind of tried to expand out the camp. You can see some trees that have been felled either naturally or using like human tools or like humanoid tools. I don't want to say it's only humans, but
Bogarts.
and the gremlins and all that fun stuff taking out the trees. Do you guys have like a certain order? Who's leading the group? Who's far
I have
behind?
an idea here.
I mean, I'm sort of a survival person, so
Yeah, him.
I could scout out and look around
Talk
ahead.
to trees.
Yeah, and then like I'm so bad.
You're the Lorax.
The other guy's
Sure.
name. No, the other guy.
Camper.
Camper. Probably right behind him.
Counter.
Seems familiar with the area.
Yeah.
Are there any traps in the woods? Is there anything else we would need to look out for? Otherwise, I guess outside of the golems or.
Oh yeah, there's
Giant mosquitoes.
the lizard folk that live here. The kind of like
The Bogarts.
the Bogarts. Yes, they do set up traps for hunting. Not necessarily for us who live in the camp, but for other things. We did stumble upon a couple of like pitfall traps, so we definitely want to be careful of. As he's saying that,
Oh, have we left already? Okay.
oh, you haven't left yet.
I was gonna say
Okay.
We're establishing
I was
one
gonna
more.
give Sergeant Snuggles damage avoidance and fast movement as two of my familiar's abilities, and send him out ahead.
Is this your first time using Sergeant Snuggles?
I think so.
I was about to say, I didn't even know. I forgot he had one.
I was like, oh fuck, I forgot I have a cat.
Yeah. I honestly forgot until I saw it at the summary. I was like, oh fuck, he has a cat. That's right. Is the cat like basically half your size?
I mean, the dwarf is what, like 4 foot?
Oh, okay, it's a dwarf, so like not. Okay.
It'd be a big cat.
Not like
half your
no.
size, basically.
Probably, yeah.
And then you said there's statues that just grab people up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably keep an eye out for those.
Yeah.
I would hope they would stand out in the jungle, but you never know.
Yeah.
Covered in moss and whatnot.
Maybe.
Blend right in.
Perfectly polished stone statues walking around.
If that's all right.
Just giant statues of
Just gonna
David.
have him scout ahead for us, and if he senses danger, I will also sense it. But at the moment, he can't speak.
Oh, what animals are in the area?
From what you know,
cat?
there are. Let me pull up my notes there.
Mosquitoes, and mosquitoes.
That's right, there's
the
giant
giant
Flying,
Giant
mosquitoes.
mosquitoes.
are there flying snakes?
Um,
I could have swore. I don't know why, but I could swear I remember there being
there's
flying
rivers-
snakes.
There was
rivers
something
of
flying
snakes.
that shouldn't
Rivers of
fly.
snakes. That's right. Okay, rivers of snakes.
That is terrifying.
it's a hissing waterfall.
Yeah,
Oh, you hear that waterfall? That's no waterfall.
So
That's a snake orgy.
they talked about kind of like some normal jungle animals. You've got like birds. You got some crocodiles, since it's a very kind of like marshlandy jungle area. Maybe some tigers. Then you got the Bogard scouts, and then giant fucking mosquitoes that at one point just took a person away. So
Jesus.
I'm just imagining a man like with multiple like suckers in him. Just
Did they carry him away, or
Yes.
did they like with their limbs,
No,
or
they
did they like
impale
have
him.
enough? Just
Impale
that they
and-
have it enough, just like stabbed in him.
Yes.
That they're just like, and we'll just fly now.
Yep, that's basically it. Well, as he
it's
gets
like a
sucked
living
dry.
Capri Sun.
Just lighter as they go anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I was
Just
gonna
like a
have
Slam it.
Sergeant Snuggles
Man.
scout out 40 feet ahead of us,
Okay.
and have damage avoidance on reflex saves, and perceive as he goes forward.
Okay.
Is he in the lead or is he next to you?
Yeah. It sounds like the cat's gonna kind of like.
Okay.
He's just gonna like run ahead, and then
I have to ask. Can you guys position yourselves? You
Except
guys
for
can
walking
also position Campter wherever you want him to be as well.
Where is Campter's figure?
Campter's
have it.
figure.
You can use this dime if you need it. Or no, yeah, we got figgies.
I'll take up the rear.
We got figgies.
We'll give him this. This is
I
good.
like that you chose this one.
there's no other like
a wizard.
small white little ones. So.
And what
This
race
is from like
Campter?
the set that I gave
human.
him.
Okay.
I just, like, brought a
Older,
bunch of
kind of
little
like
humans.
mid-50s.
Human.
He's in full plate
And this is
Grr?
That's rear.
okay.
with his.
Oh wait, Grr? Wait, who's this?
This is me.
And this
with
is
his
Kempter?
machete.
Then we went it like this.
With my machete.
You know.
Right? Yeah.
Well, there's no
Maybe.
machetes, but there's.
Are you gonna be
scimitars,
like extra
so-
ahead?
And then the cat will be extra ahead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Some
cat's like
space.
up here.
Mm.
That sounds cool.
Oh wait, I do have.
Yeah, we did talk
some
about that before.
I think.
Name has scimitars, but I wanted
We'll
a
just-
machete in there.
Once I
I
actually
don't
start
know
showing the
those,
board, it'll be
whatever.
a little bit more important.
Oh, I don't have animals in here. I was gonna take out the tiger.
Some skin
Yeah.
check.
I thought I had like a tiger figure.
Yeah.
So the
Okay,
cat,
what is this one?
you guys are traveling about
Nothing?
half an hour.
You don't think?
You can tell that the jungle is very lush, got a lot of beautiful trees, foliage. The canopy does at some points get very dark, but it's not dark enough for you guys not to see because everybody here has low light. And you guys are marching along, and you guys hit a section where the trees kind of bow into an arch, almost like the weight of all the leaves and like foliage and all like underbrush and stuff like that kind of arch, and it's kind of a one-way path where getting around it would probably take a while to cut through. And so your companion kind of stops for a second, and I'll give you guys a moment to kind of assess the situation.
What is Sergeant Snuggles' sense? Like, is I bet empathetic within a mile?
Distrusting.
Distrust.
I want to say like that seems odd for. I don't know if your cat's ever been to the jungle, but like the fact that like it's almost like a thick wall of like vines and trees and brush, and then it's just like an archway that can fit. You could do 2 by 2.
Interesting. Cat held up here. And I mean, obviously this looks strange. Does this strike you at all, Brew?
Looks like a monster mouth. We're gonna get
Yeah.
eaten if we go in there.
Yeah, definitely strange. Can I do a perception check? See if there's anything.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck
interesting?
this. Fuck
Do
these
trees
trees.
normally bend like this?
I feel like we're gonna see a lot of strange things out here.
7.
Potentially it could be an old kind of like fixture. If there's ruins and stuff like here, I want to say like it wouldn't be surprising if old architecture and stuff like that has created this over time.
Yeah, like, can we see stone or anything like through all the vines and the?
No,
trees
it's like really thick. Like if you walk
So,
up. And
are we at
kinda-
like at the mouth of a tunnel?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're kind of like there's like it's almost like you're walking up to like a portcullis.
Okay, so
Vines.
it's like tunnel entry and then just wall of vines that we cannot walk around. Okay.
Well, it definitely seems unnatural, but I don't think I've seen anything like it before.
Campter, or sorry. Hey, Camp Boy. You remember this? Are we still heading towards one of the ruins?
He kind of like looks around. And he's trying to kind of pinpoint. He pulls out like a hand drawn map that he's kind of like the people have been using as kind of like a guide. He's like, I don't think many have made it past this point. We're reaching kind of sketchy territory here.
So you're saying a lot of people have died at this point?
I wouldn't not here exactly.
So in the tunnel?
Well, I don't know. I usually stay back in town. This is the first
fair.
time I've.
This is fair. Okay.
Can we see in the tunnel, or is it like really dark?
It's like really
I would say it's dark enough where probably about like 20 feet down, then it starts getting dark, like just because of the
Can
underbrush.
I
It's
light
another-
my lantern?
Sure.
So our dark vision does nothing in this tunnel?
Dark vision only goes for a certain amount of feet before you can't see anymore. It's
long
just
does
an
it
extended
lantern?
amount of
It's
sight
like 20 feet or
compared
30
to
feet or something.
like I think a
lantern?
human in dark
Hooded lantern.
can only see like 10 feet in front of him. You guys get to see 20, I believe. I'm trying to remember.
And
But-
I've got low light, not dark light.
I think it's low
Yeah.
light in this
Okay.
this game.
Low light. But yeah, it's past the point where you guys can kind of see it. It definitely goes on for a bit because, like I said, the canopies and stuff do have like areas where it gets really dark, and so this one kind of like the kind of like canopy plus like the foliage past it is kind of oddly dark.
Of all the days not to prepare light.
I have a lantern.
options as
Yeah,
well.
so you shine your lantern. Or are you just kind of like shining it right to the
Yeah,
center?
I just want to see how deep in I can look.
It kind of lets you light the rest of the way. You can kind of see, yes, it's more of the same, like, it's not, I don't want to say purely man-made, but a little bit of it looks like someone at one point built the archway so they could pass through. So it looks like a little bit of meddling.
So it looks like it's been like trimmed.
Yeah, kind of almost like when you build a trail over time, you kind of just make a groove. It's like someone has gone to and from this area enough where they kind of propped some stuff up and things grew around it.
Could have been like the Bogarts use this trail a lot or something.
Yeah, maybe.
As far as I know.
Like a game trail, but for giants of stone.
So weird.
I mean, we came here to adventure, but
I'm on.
I feel like our team could handle something like this. But
If you don't mind giving me the light, I'll still lead the way. Everyone stay close.
yep. I also, if we need to throw something down, I can craft up or I have some tinder twigs prepared, which I would need to see the exact rules on that. But it's like an alchemy item that you can light. And, I mean, I'm imagining I'd throw it pretty far because I've got fire lava. If we felt like we needed to see
Do you
any
have a
further
limited amount of
down.
those?
Yes, I do. I've only have 2 prepared. If somebody could look up tinder twig, it's under the alchemical items.
Is it Tinder twig or tender twig? Because I keep hearing tender twig.
it's
Are you being a tender twig there, Nat?
Tinder,
Okay.
not tender.
Yeah.
Ooh, this twig is
Ooh, it's
tender.
so tender.
Yeah, it doesn't
Is
say
this
anything
the-
about like
That's core.
distance.
4, 6, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I wrote
like-
down the pages. I think.
I think dark vision just means that like, as far as I can tell, we just have fine normal vision. Everything's just in black and white. Like we can see perfectly fine in the dark, unless it's like a magical darkness, maybe. I don't know.
I think
But
that's
like,
Can't you still technically see only so far?
Yeah, I think it says.
I mean, I guess, but like,
Oh
it's,
yeah, no, they are separate.
Yeah.
Dark vision and low light are
yeah,
separate.
dark vision is in black and white. Low light vision is you just see as well in low light as you do in normal light.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. So dark vision, like, it doesn't like. I don't see any kind of mention towards like a distance, and so like we could see as far as we could see normally. Just everything's in black and white.
Unless it's magical darkness.
I don't have
Yeah.
that though. Like I just have low lights, so if it's super dark, I wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah. So the tinder twig is basically just like a twig. I can strike on a rough surface or whatever and ignite it for fire or whatever, and
It's a match.
basically it's basically a match.
It's
but-
like
A magic
fantasy
match.
road flare, like you go down
yeah,
there.
exactly.
That's very
Can you throw a
magical.
match?
It's a glow stick.
I could
Yeah.
throw. I have far lobber, so 30 feet, I believe
That's pretty good.
I can throw. So
Okay. You're just gonna.
I'm
toss
not
it?
going to right now. I'm gonna. I think.
Yeah, I'll pass my hooded
He's gonna-
lantern
Okay.
over to you.
Thank you.
Okay. And you're gonna.
We'll lift it up and lead the way.
All right, let's go.
You get about 10 feet in. You're kind of like in the center of the arch. There's no real. You get in there, and it's just like a normal tunnel where, at a certain point, you're kind of surrounded by the vines. Please.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, so the ground starts kind of shaking, and you hear the crunching sound of sturdy planks of like kind of wood,
We're in a mouth. I knew it.
and
What?
it opens up.
Oh,
The bottom.
Yes,
Ah, dicks.
you can roll the action of where are
Is
you?
it big enough for all of us to fall in, or is it just?
It's just him,
Grrr?
since
Okay.
he's leading the way.
Oh.
Because it's a 10-foot pit, 20 feet deep.
Mm.
You can roll against grab edge to avoid falling in.
Roll against
What is
grab
that?
edge. What do you roll?
like
What is
acrobatics?
that?
That's
Probably
a good
acrobatics.
question.
Athletics.
Athletics would
Yeah.
be better for me.
It's the action. It's kind of like movement, and it's just another designated action that you can do to respond to it.
20.
Oh my god.
With
So fast, so speedy.
So as the pit opens up, you all see him just kind of drop, but then just kind of see him just lift himself up and get back up. And kind of like nothing happened. That's how kind of like just smooth it was.
He's
just
like,
Oh yeah.
watch out for the trap, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trap here.
Camper's sitting there kind of like third in line, like, huh, I guess there are traps out here.
Did the cat just walk over it and not trigger it at
Yeah.
all? Nice.
Not heavy enough.
Good thing we're feeding her more.
Good.
Good thing it wasn't. Yeah, good thing it wasn't Jaina.
Oh no!
I'm trying.
No, I was willing to listen to you. I'm just saying Jaina's a little chonker.
She's a
I've seen chunkier, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Same
I've seen a cat you could roll across the floor.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That
you
could
Up my chest. trigger all the traps.
You made it across, and you
Alright.
didn't die to my trap.
Yeah.
Maybe
maybe-
proceed a little bit slower and keep an eye on the ground.
You have like a stick you can like poke the ground as
Yeah.
you go
Right,
or
yeah.
You
something.
said it's 10 foot across?
10 foot.
It's a 10-foot square.
Hmm.
So it's
We can leap that, right?
like that.
How does leaping work in
Um,
Pathfinder 2?
I think it's a DC 10 for. What I'll say is it's going to be a flat 10 for every 5 feet. So like we'll add. So I'd say it'd be about a check for 14 to get. across.
The sides of the tunnel, are they solid wood or like is it just like
It's
branches?
solid vining and branches.
Solid
stuff.
vining and
Yeah.
branches. Is it solid, sturdy enough that we'd be able to like build a very crude bridge across?
I think the way it's entangled, it's like it's a mass where it's just kind of like how a stone bridge is has its like keystone to it and then it
Okay.
kind of arches. I think it's kind of like just solid on its own and like kind of getting anything out might make it unstable.
Is
Can
this
we
in-
grab onto the wall though and like climb across?
Go ahead.
Wouldn't
do-
both of those be like an athletics check? Or an acrobatics?
I think one of them is acrobatics. The other one is a.
I would imagine that climbing is athletics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is
I
it,
am-
so it's like just solidly wall to wall, no space
Yeah.
on either side? Okay.
Yeah, I am last in line though, so.
So yeah, technically next up would be Campter. He's like, I'm in full armor.
Am I on the other side already?
yeah.
Okay.
He's
I
he's
have-
gonna try to.
I have a leaping elixir if somebody doesn't feel like they can make it.
Oh,
I also.
Leap and
Oh, wait,
elixir.
no. I don't need it.
You don't need it.
he kind of ponders. He's like, I don't know. I don't want to rely on other people for this one. I'm supposed to be guiding you. He's gonna try to climb, and he makes it across. You know, being in full play, he's pretty mobile. And he just kind of goes from one place to another. At one point, his foot slips, and he's just like, "Oh shucks!" And then just kind of keeps going. He gets over, and just like, I am way out of shape. Like, oh, old bones. Yeah,
Jump, little ones. I'll catch you.
father's here.
Come to Papa.
Could there be any like a bonus for him like trying to catch us or anything?
I think I'd give him a +1 circumstance, kind of like be there in case a fail happens. Like if you fail by a little bit, like
Okay, I like that. I'm not next.
I'm
is that
next.
you, Muncher?
What's the DC for jumping again?
I'd say 14.
For climbing and jumping.
And jumping is
Oh my God! Just do-
acrobatics?
Yeah, one is acrobatics, one is athletics.
Jesus, man.
That is a 9.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh,
Do you get any bonus from Brewer helping you?
You said like 1 point or something. It's not
Yeah.
like kind of.
so that's a 10.
Does work. Hey, you said a DC of 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you back out.
No, I'm just
He's trying to
seeing.
figure out what's gonna happen.
Oh wait, if I do a running start, doesn't that help?
I don't think you've got.
Doesn't
It's
it?
implied.
Do you have a
Yeah.
spear?
Oh wait,
What's
I think
your
I might
weapon?
actually have a.
I'm just asking if you have a long weapon, I might be able to reach it.
No, I think I might have like an ability that I can do.
Use the chunk sticks.
Yeah,
at
isn't there
stuff
like
all
a-
the time?
Oh, there's an athletics, like an actual like skill ability you can use involving jumping.
Did you have?
Leap
Long
action.
jump activity.
Yeah.
What page?
Careful
Oh wait,
short
a
jump.
what?
What page
Long
is that
jump.
on, Alex?
You don't have to have
It's-
that, or
this
that's
is
just
in
like an
the
action?
It's
second
a
book,
effect.
but
It's a skill
So
you can
what page?
use. It's not like a feat.
It's kind of like one of the because there's a lot
471.
of
It's not going to be the same.
skills and
Yeah,
stuff
but
that
if
are
it's,
kind
like,
of like universal that
approximate.
everybody can use,
Oh.
like climb.
Yeah,
or
only if
jump.
you're like certain ones you have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, at least in the... Sorry, I have the new book open, but it says the leap action, you take a careful short jump. You can leap up to 10 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 15 feet.
Oh yeah, we can
Or
just
up
do
to
that.
15 horizontal if your speed is 30, but I don't think yours is 30.
Then.
I
Okay.
think it is, right?
His speed 30.
What is your speed as a goblin?
You stride, and if you move at
20.
least 10, if you move at least 10 feet, roll an athletics check and attempt to leap horizontally in the same direction. The DC check is equal to 5 plus the total distance in feet you're attempting to move during the leap. So leaping 20 feet would require a 25 DC check. You can't leap farther than your speed. The DC
Okay,
might be
His speed is
considered-
25.
my speed is 25, so 5 plus the total distance in feet you're attempting to move. But that's 15 feet.
So
So I'd have to beat a 15.
Okay.
Wait, so I'd have to beat a 15. So it's not a 14. It's a 15 you have to beat.
I misjudged it. I actually made it slightly easy.
Slightly easier, yeah.
It looks
Still
like they
sucks.
simplified it for
Yeah.
2. My bad.
So, I'll give you the same option of kind of like trying to reach for one of the. I would say you got like 3/4 of the way. I'm gonna see if you can kind of like try to reach.
So you have to wait. So you have to roll 5 plus the total distance to your. Okay, so 9 is like not even half that.
Yeah. But you didn't
okay.
crit fail.
No.
So I'll give you the option to try to grab the edge. So go ahead and do athletics or a strength. I would say a dexterity check to see if you can grab onto the wall. It's best way.
Jesus fuck.
Oh, no.
Rough.
Jesus fuck.
I'm trying not to kill
No,
you.
no, I know. Like I've been
No.
rolling like shit for the last few sessions. I've been rolling like shit.
Yeah.
Can
So-
if he made it to the wall, can I reach down and try and help?
I think that would have been that one.
He kind of like panics because this is pretty bad. He panics and he starts kind of like pushed himself back.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's kind of falling to his back. There are. No one looked inside of the pit. Oh God! What do I
Spikes.
roll?
I'm guessing spikes.
Yeah.
It's actually sheep.
What page is the
Fluffy
jumping rules
sheep.
on?
Sorry, lefty.
147. Yeah.
Oh, do you also have the newer version? Mine only goes to 4.
Wait, so
147.
failure is you leap the maximum distance allowed by the leap action. What does that mean?
You have to look for the leap.
Oh, the leap action. Wait, what skill is that?
Oh, what the...
There's long jump, but wait.
Is this not in alphabetic? It's not.
No, it's based on
It's
skill.
based on skill.
I think it would be in general actions if you want to pull up the. When in doubt, pull up the book and then go into the table of contents in the back.
Yeah, because the doing it in iBooks doesn't give me a fucking glossary
No.
like
They
Acrobat
have
does.
hyperlinks.
Does not have hyperlinks. Fucking iBooks.
Leap, do. Will my joke you die? Do.
Hey,
Oh my
you
God.
guys fun? Leap action 308.
Leap action 308. I found it too.
Hmm.
What's faster, book or iPad?
Probably book. I don't know. Maybe not.
You take a careful but short jump. You can leap up to 10 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 15 feet, or up to 15 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 30 feet. You land in the space where your leap ends, meaning you can typically clear a 5-foot
Okay.
gap if your speed is between 15 and 30 feet.
So I can at least leap 10 feet
Or-
horizontally because I have a speed of 25 feet.
Or
Right.
10-foot gap if your speed is 30 feet or more.
Yeah, I guess that stayed the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, did it, so he still didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't,
Yeah.
because you need to leap 15 feet if you're.
No, it's
Crossing
only a
this.
10-foot gap.
I thought it was a 20-foot square.
No, it's a 10-foot.
It's a
It's a
10-foot
10
gap.
But you had to roll higher than a 15 for a long jump.
So what
but for a
hap-
leap, the fail state of a long jump is that
Right.
you can still jump as far as a leap will take you, which is
Oh.
only 15, which is only 10 feet if you have a speed of 15 feet. But if your speed is 30 feet, you can jump 15 feet.
Right,
What-
I'm just saying, like, if you,
Right.
like, 10 feet is 5'10", so you would still, like, map-wise, it still puts you in
So
the
basically,
pit,
like
but
right
like,
on the edge.
doing
Yeah, so I guess I would
count.
still
Yeah.
have to try to.
Oh,
like,
I
Yeah,
see.
because
what
it-
you're
I'd,
saying.
like,
specifically
I'd,
says
like,
here-
hit right at
Right.
the edge and have to catch.
Yeah, because it specifically says here
So-
you can you can typically clear a 5-foot gap if your speed is between 15 and 30 feet, or a 10-foot gap if your speed is 30 feet or more.
Gotcha.
So it like specifically.
And then
Yeah.
more is an athletic check.
What a GM ruling on this one is because we had multiple kind of checks to it and dice were not in your favor. We're gonna
Yep.
have you fall. You do land on your back. Luckily, if you're small enough, you've wedged yourself in between several old spikes. They kind of like break due to like age, so you kind of are wedged in between a couple of spikes. I'm gonna have you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
He's
Fair?
hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's hurting. I mean, that's the fun part.
He is
that
20
shit
feet.
happens.
He is 20 feet down.
Oh, no.
20
Oh, I have rope.
I have forgotten to stock up on the essentials.
Ancho!
Ah, fuck.
Alright, you're still alive. Are you okay enough for us to get you out?
Yeah, you got.
If we work some rope down there, can we get you back out?
Yeah, but I don't want anybody else jumping across and falling on me. So we should get me out of here first.
How far down is it?
20 feet.
Is there any way to climb down to it?
Uh,
And wedge between?
So the problem is the vines and stuff like that are a nice way to kind of climb around the pit. the pit, but it's like very well kind of like worn dirt past the pit
Doors,
opening.
like vines couldn't grow past the door.
Yeah.
because they're closed.
Are you still on the same
How can I
Yeah, I'm on
climb out
this
with
side.
like digging arrows into the side of the pit wall? I mean, I'm pretty light.
Campter's like,
And
I
I got
got
plenty
some
of arrows.
rope. We
Yeah.
can just kind
I
of
have-
like put it off to the
I mean,
side.
yeah,
and
that
just-
too.
I have 100 feet of rope.
Oh yeah, we'll just
Jesus.
side? Campter's on the other side already, though. So.
yeah. I'll hold it. I'm pretty heavy, and he's pretty tiny.
He's got a belly.
And full
Because he's
plate
also in full
armor.
plate, so he's just kind of like hunkering down.
So it's a 10-foot gap and a 20-foot. Okay. I propose, at this point, throw the rope to us. We'll hold it. Throw it back to whoever. They can just fall that 10 feet and not hit the spikes and climb up.
Use it as a failsafe if nothing
Yep.
else.
Thanks, you fucking hippie. You could have done that beforehand.
Do you think we'll still take damage from smashing into the wall?
Maybe.
No?
Nah.
I don't want to break any of my chemicals.
Oh. That's right.
I don't want to like hit the wall
You
with
just
acid!
Hey,
You got that potion you talked about.
I know. I
Fight
could.
for look at it this way. You can either take that potion, or you can jump in the rope. Will just be a failsafe.
That's
Yeah.
true. As long as I don't. hopefully
I'll say
crit
anything
fail.
happens
What
to your
if?
potions if you critically fail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Or what about this? We're all pretty little, right?
Is that your
What
order?
if? Well, wait, what? Well, most of us are pretty little, right? Except for you and Campter. What if, one at a time, we tied a rope around the waist of the person who's gonna be jumping?
Speak up. You're at the bottom of the pit.
What?
I've climbed up by now.
And he's saying this as he's climbing up.
I've
Like,
climbed up by now.
bloody.
Actually, no. Like I just like have it tied around my waist, and I'm like making them pull me up because like they're pulling up anyway, and I'm just gonna do this. While
He's
I,
like-
Like Neo
so
getting
limp.
pulled out after being like woken in the real world. Just like,
Yeah. So I propose this: we tie the rope around our waists like this, and we run, and then we jump, and then Counter and the big guy pull, and they help you jump.
not a bad idea.
It's like a yank where it's just like.
Yeah, and then we can catch you too. I guess. I think. I don't know. It's still better than falling in a pit.
Does physics work like that?
Probably, right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
They'd have to like.
If you pull a thing, it goes in that direction.
They'd have to be pulling in the rope as they came across to make it taut enough to give it a yank to pull the.
They just gotta
Or-
run fast the other way.
Yeah, we start. So we pull it taut. Pull it taut. We give them about 5 feet of running space.
Uh-huh.
We run at the same time.
Yeah.
And as soon as I jump, we keep running and we pull and we do the it'll work.
So I have a beat.
Got
I
a lot of blood going.
I do. Well, it's most of the blood's inside of me. It's just bruises.
Brewer, throw the rope over.
Wait, hold on.
The
Hold
blood's
on.
inside of me. It's where it's supposed to be.
something in my years of alchemical experiments and things. It just tells me that that doesn't work. But I'm willing to try it.
Goblin physics, or
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
We're really light people.
Right. It's good enough for goblins. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, might as well the goblin is just on the other side and just.
I mean,
yanks
don't
the
get me
rope.
wrong. A lot of goblins die doing real dumb shit.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it works. And it's really cool.
if 5 goblins attempt something,
At least
Then
2 will
it-
survive.
2 will survive.
At least 2
so
will
it
survive.
therefore worked.
Yes.
There's a percentage of success.
Yeah.
We
However
do not
negligible.
we do not incorporate mortality rates into the success rate of our awesome stunts.
I'm over here trying to make like a floating potion.
No. The math doesn't work on that either. Damn it.
Am I floating yet? No shit.
I'm trying to find lay on hands here because I'm
I
gonna.
don't even know if there is one, but I'm gonna invent one. That'd be a cool ability. Be able to invent
Oh shit,
new
yeah, we brought the
potions.
paladin, didn't we? Nice.
The what?
We brought the paladin. He can heal people.
Oh, I didn't realize he was.
Yeah, I did not even make that connection until he's like lay on hands. That's healing.
I still have healing potions as well.
I mean,
Elixir
guess.
of life. You cannot. I mean, you could eat any of these other potions, but I don't think they'll have the same effect.
I don't know.
It is your book after all.
Yes, it is.
So I forget, is the 2E book is officially out?
It is.
It is? Okay.
But it's like $60.
On that note, though, I was wondering why it was so expensive. It's because it's the player's handbook and the DM's guide.
Yeah, that's right. They
shit.
combined the two.
Yeah, so it's like that makes sense why
It's-
it's both.
It's
So you got
chunky.
it, you bought it, and you got the PDF as well?
No, I just found well, I mean, yeah, I totally
Yes.
bought it.
We use everything legally here at Lost Forge Tabletop Gaming. People that say otherwise are their own responsibilities.
You'll have to show me where you bought it.
I mean, it's also like
Paizo.com.
Paizo site. There's like you can buy the book and get the PDF. So
Nice.
He kind of like palms the top of your head and kind of like scruffs you up a bit, and you feel the healing light of 6 points of damage. Just
Nice.
Wow. I mean, I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not into humans. I'm sorry.
throw him back in.
Oh, really? No.
What?
He doesn't want my help. We gotta hurt him again. That's
What do you mean? Hold on.
Is that how it works?
Wait, what'd you do to me? What'd you do to me?
look. I healed you with the power of the light.
Oh.
perpetual
That's-
sun.
Oh.
This is
Oh,
what you
thank
get when
you.
you
No,
donate.
God, no. No.
Oh, okay. I take it back. I definitely appreciate the gesture.
Well, I'm just glad it still worked. That would have sucked if I tried to heal you and you didn't.
What would have happened?
Nothing.
Is there something that makes
Oh,
you
okay.
believe it wouldn't have worked?
Toss the rope.
And so
I have
kinda-
rope.
No, we have the
I
rope
have
because we
rope.
helped him
Yeah.
up.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
it.
now I have to throw it
I
down.
also
Yes.
have 100 feet
But
of
they already,
rope.
but they already
They
have
already
the rope
have it on their
out.
side, though. It's like to pull us over.
If we throw the two ropes together
To
in
do
the air,
this-
maybe
to
they'll
do this-
tie into
Tangle,
a
To
yeah.
do the stunts.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Alright. So we'll get the other two across. I think the puzzle part of someone dying is
So we're just gonna
Yeah.
accept no checks.
yeah.
It's just gonna happen.
Well, you know what? I'll just roll one die.
We've made a sufficiently good
Eh,
solution.
Such a nice DM.
I know, because I
Alright,
know.
who's next?
It's you.
It's me.
Jump.
All right.
Jump.
Just
All
don't
right, get
roll.
ready to
Just
toss. Get ready to yank. Get ready to
roll
yank
and
'em.
don't roll a one.
Just don't let me hit the
One.
spikes. That's fine.
2.
All right, we gotta run though. We gotta run 2 and then yank. Run and yank. Run and yank.
We're just gonna hold it.
Oh shit.
Where'd you
You
get?
didn't get one, right? I think we're good if you don't.
Which
get
one is this?
Acrobatics.
Oh shit.
Oh no, athletics is jumping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acrobatics is
Yeah.
like I think of it like
9.
acrobatics like
That's
Like, if
You add a flip to
Flipping,
it.
yeah.
All right. So you rolled a 9. What about with the pulling?
it'll get him across. It's just kind of like he kind of takes a couple of
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's more of like a jerking
Yeah.
grab than
he kind of
you
just is
like
like ah!
Yeah. He's gonna get up there and just be like, "Oh God."
Right.
It's like fucking
My sciatica.
Just whiplash.
Yeah.
what's his name? Like Pain from Naruto when he just like yanks people towards him with gravity.
Yeah, it's like he's getting pulled like from his chest. He's like no.
I'm gonna roll. That was an actual roll. That was a slip. Oh,
Nice.
Oh, yeah. You don't care. You're just like haha. Not a single
We
bottle
yank him
out of
anyway.
place.
We yank him anyway.
Yeah. No yank. All my potions are fine.
16.
Yep. He also just kind of wee daintily like
Beep.
Why
With
got
my
it?
giant flail.
you have solved the pit puzzle.
Flapping in the wind behind me.
You like threw it and he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Just use my momentum.
Yeah.
Just throw myself.
Thor style or something. Cool.
Good work, everyone.
Except for this
Yay,
guy.
we solved
Nacho.
the pit puzzle.
Hey, I came up with the awesome solution.
You had a lot of time to ponder while you were down there.
Yeah, while they were pulling me up.
Yeah. Good thing you had me to help out. And he kind of like postures for a second. He's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Old habits. I kind of... When you're a symbol of good and justice, you have to kind of like let people know that you're around.
Get a posture.
Do you have like
Yeah.
a superhero pose?
Do it.
He kind of does like this, huh, what's a superhero?
Donut.
Like a
I'm
hero
here.
that's extra cool.
Like us, the heroes of Davenborrow.
Yeah.
It's alright, that's out of character laughing because I forgot how horrible that failed last time. So,
Davenborrow is the entire like kingdom.
yeah.
No, I thought Davenborrow was just that. that
Black
city.
Iron
that was
Docks was the
Black
town
Iron
that you
Docks.
got kind of kicked out of. Davenborrow is the country. So
Okay.
Davenborrow is everybody.
Wait, we got kicked out of the town with the giant pillars and the.
Black Iron Docks because
Kind
you were kind of accused of breaking in, and it was a long like.
No, but that wasn't the town we went to with like the giant pillars that seemed to like go out into the ocean and then just end.
That's the other campaign.
That's right. That is the other campaign.
Wait.
Oh fuck yeah, that's the other campaign.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what amazing city is this?
Oh yeah, completely.
What magic?
Yeah.
What lustrous town?
Oh yeah. Fuck,
Yeah,
okay.
Canary was in that one because she
Yeah.
flew out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And we disguised ourselves.
You guys are traveling. Uneventful. You get to see some cute little wildlife. You got some birds and stuff like that. You kind of come across
Kamaquat.
you come across a clearing. There is what looks like foundation with some old kind of gray stone and what looks like an old kind of cobblestone road covered with foliage and stuff kind of crumbling across. And you kind of got a 3 or 4 town little settlement you've just come across. Roofs are missing, but the foundation and walls seem to be mostly intact. There may be one wall kind of coming off and crumbling, but 3 of the 4 houses seem to be intact besides the old thatch roof and stuff kind of worn away due to time.
So it's just some houses, nothing
Yep.
else.
But you're welcome.
Which of the ruins is this, or is this one of the ruins?
This is one of the ruins leading up to the
Is it the
obelisk.
northern one? Or the
southern one. We'll
Okay.
say the southern one. It can be either or,
Okay.
depending on which road.
So we're just out of the tunnel now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This time has passed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. I'll do raid.
So
Check to see if there's any animals around, anything that might be dangerous. Probably a nature check. 4.
Coast is clear.
Okay. As far as I know.
There's no
Perception.
humanoids, lizard folk, anything like that.
Yeah, I do.
You'll have to roll perception.
I do a perception to see if there's any footprints. It's that's a 6, right?
9.
That's a 9.
It's an the thing's to the bottom.
Mhm.
God damn it. 13.
Nothing you can see. There isn't really any mud or ground. It's mostly just grass and stuff and old cobblestone. You hear the you kind of it takes you a little bit. You kind of smell fire, kind of smoke, fresh tinder, and then you're like, okay, that was weird. But then kind of again, the wind kind of picks up and okay, yeah, I kind of smell that nearby.
Hold on one sec, everyone. Does anyone else smell the smoke?
Oh, I checked my bag. no, it's not me.
Narp.
I hope that ends alright.
Oh wait, yeah. How many points did I get for earlier?
You got healed for 6.
Yeah, that's 6 or 7.
Still take a little itty bitty damage.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
send
took,
Sergeant
1 point of
Snuggles
damage from
into
what you
the
did before.
town further.
You
Okay.
took 1
And
point of
see
damage
if
because you took 7 points of damage
you
and
can
he
follow
healed you
that.
for 6.
Smoke.
Okay, yeah.
He's kind of exploring. While we do that, we'll keep this kind of not an instantaneous yeah or nay. While he's exploring, your kind of curiosity is kind of coming back from. You send curiosity comes back.
Is that the name of the cat?
No, Sergeant
No.
Snuggles.
Sergeant Snuggles. So we got that going. What else are you guys doing while?
Have we entered this ruin?
You kind of on the outskirts of it. You just started seeing the stone kind of walkway.
Is there any carvings or anything like that?
Yeah, if you want to walk up closer to one of the things, you do kind of see where there'd be a doorway where a door used to be. There's kind of some stuff carved in that same kind of rune stuff on top of the archway.
Mm-hmm.
Again, really nice, well done stone. It's finally put together a puzzle. Everything just fits. No real need for mortar, pestle, stuff like that. It's just kind of they built it to just the weight of the stone itself keeps it keeps it solid.
It doesn't feel like it fell from the sky.
I'm not really interested in anything made by man, so I'm just going to keep an eye out around.
So, does the fire smell like it's coming from nearby or like within the area of the ruins?
Can we see any smoke or anything?
It's close enough that he picked up on the wind, and
But not it's coming from somewhere within these ruins.
hard to tell at this current time.
Okay.
No visible smoke. Just the smell of it.
I'm gonna sort of sneak around to one of the ruins and start actually going into stealth and exploring around the sides of the ruins. Please don't fucking crit fail on this one. Okay, cool. 23.
All right.
Wait, no. 24.
Silently, not disturbing a single vine or root, you kind of come across. I'll actually have to start to run this out here in a second.
Should we erase this?
I'll have to, but I also should probably take a picture of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Beep boop boop beep boop.
So you guys are approaching from here. You're coming into the town this way,
Okay.
or like little settlement. Which way do you want your cat to start looking in? From this side, that side, head straight through it.
I'll just have him go around
Alright.
here.
I'm actually gonna follow the cat.
Okay, you can follow the cat.
Yeah,
Definitely follow the
stealth.
cat.
Chasing it like,
Yes.
I want to pet you.
Well, they don't eat.
Pets as they go.
Pathfinder goblins really don't eat cats. They're more domesticated dog kind of animals. I remember that from Rise of the Rune Lords, where they ate people's dogs, but they had their own kind of dogs. So it was like,
Oh yeah.
because there's that whole thing about like having to save that dog.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't end well. Because there's like in the floorboards that creepy scene. Anyways, you guys are kind of roaming through. You're kind of keeping an eye out. Are you guys just kind of watching from up front, waiting for him to come back? Were you three?
Yeah, I didn't really see where I was going. I just kind of like snuck away.
Jumped into the brush and swam through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like, I don't know, walking up to like one of the buildings to like inspect it. And,
Yeah, I wanted to
Okay.
peek in some windows or something.
Yeah, are there's still doors on these buildings?
There's you can tell where there were wooden doors.
There were doors?
There were doors, but looks like over time they just kind of rotted.
Okay. I just want to peek in to the place.
Okay.
Samesies.
Roll a perception for me, please.
I will perceive the
Looking around.
fuck out of this place.
With the kitty.
22?
Did I?
Yeah, so you kind of like, are you sneaking around, or are you more just kind of like,
I don't really find
Casually.
there too much of a reason to be sneaking too much. I mean,
you
I'm
got
not-
so many like bottles and stuff clanking and
Yeah,
clanking?
I'm kind of just like moseying in a little bit. I mean, it didn't seem like, at least from what you guys said, it didn't seem like the fire was coming in. We can't see the smoke, so I don't feel like.
So you do pop in, and as you're approaching the front of the door, you do kind of get that stronger whiff of burning wood, and you also do hear kind of like starts the crackling of a fire, and kind of like a stone pit, and you can kind of see the reflection of fire coming from the corner of the stoneway and stuff. So you can kind of tell that the fire is coming from this small little room.
I like
you're
look back and I'm,
This one?
yeah, I'm like just like trying to make like fire hand motions.
Performance.
Okay.
Gonna have to perform this action.
Ooh, very
Alright.
good.
So you do a pretty good job of like quietly going. Everybody like knows the story of this fire pit. So you kind of like, you're confident that the fire is coming from that little space.
I'll shuffle on
I
over
try to call like,
to you.
wave
Do
people
I
over.
see anything looking into this building?
You kind of see, kind of like a couple of small little like wooden crates and stuff. They're like kind of well preserved, kind of where they were sitting in the room. They're definitely old. There's no markings or anything like that, but they're just kind of sitting in there, and it looks like to be an old like forge, kind of made out of stone, and an anvil, like a rusted anvil in this
Okay.
room.
Is it lost?
Hey, I was like,
I was like, Lost Anvil?
Yeah.
I'm so dumb.
I got you.
I thought you meant like the show, and I'm like,
We already made those jokes.
well, my dumbass doesn't even know my own brand.
My brand.
My
I'm
bro.
gonna wander around the outskirts of the village looking for small animals to talk to.
He's crunk.
The story.
So
of
you're
Druids.
basically kind of like ignoring me like waving. Okay.
So who all wants to kind of approach the? Definitely not him.
Well, I'm
Camper's
gonna.
gonna kind of like pull off his shield and his mace, and he's gonna kind of like take the frog of it and kind of like do a flip, and then he's kind of like ready to go, kind of like a little farther back.
I'm gonna. Are either of these doorways like open?
They're all open because wood
There's
has
no doors.
rotten.
Oh, okay.
Ruins, yeah.
But
I'm gonna sneak up and just peek in here real quick just to see if
Okay.
there's anything that's gonna jump out at me.
a lot of kind of foliage. Looks like there at some point something kind of like nested there, but kind of abandoned the nest. But it's nothing.
I'll get check that out again in just a second, but just making sure there's nothing there because I'm gonna cross over and move towards
Yeah, I
the
was
fire.
gonna
I lost
put
it.
my hand on Pfeiffer's shoulder as Sergeant Snuggles walks into that room.
Okay. So you
Wait, into this room?
Yeah, ahead of us.
Oh.
Okay.
The connection between you and your familiar, it's just like basic emotions that can't right now. It can't communicate like sentient thoughts, like what it's seeing, what it's. Because I want to know what information I can give you through the animal.
Depends. If my, because let's see, the one of the feats, class feats I took was unfortunately from this.
Yeah.
So that I haven't been using it because I didn't want you to. Or if you didn't want.
Do you need
to use
water,
it,
Wayne?
Yeah.
Then I was.
We got a water bottle right here if you'd like one.
Sure.
It's just easier to do water instead of the filtered stuff here.
It's fair.
Yeah, for right now, it's just like emotions.
Okay.
So
Curiosity.
I was gonna poke in, like, look inside as the cat walks in.
Defensive.
Defensive.
Very kind of like primal, kind of defensive. Like, all right, something's here.
I think maybe if we make a noise like outside, it might draw the people out, and we don't get into a weird like fight that we don't want to be in the right position. I whisper this very quietly. Is everybody?
That's also why I was looking at Sergeant Snuggles as I do it, because I could do something. But
Yeah. What can you do?
I mean, like, looking as he walks in is.
Oh,
just,
You actually want to peek in?
I was gonna peek in.
Okay.
As the cat.
You see-
goes in.
You see a figure turned away from you, poking this hand like man-made fire pit. Back away. Looks like a very tattered, rough kind of like overcoat. Got some kind of. It's muddy. It's all thing. It's mostly black and stuff. Stained, gross. Very disheveled. Let me see here. What else? Description on this.
Slowly trekking.
Just meandering.
Yeah, like an older gentleman, just kind of like he's got like a beard going. It's very kind of like nice and white. It's not like Hampton where his beard is like kind of like peppered between brown and like white. This one's all white. It's very Santa Claus-esque, and he's got like salt and pepper hair. You could tell at one point he definitely cared about his appearance, but now kind of just alone is just poking at the flames and stuff, just kind of like humming to himself, just.
I'll let you.
Turn around and be like, "There's a guy in there. Here. Poking the fire."
Just cat looks like that. He's like, nah, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Just one? Or just one?
We can take on one guy.
Do we need? Just call him out. Like the police. Like the law.
I pick up a rock and throw it really hard against this wall over here.
Okay, I put my back against the wall when he does that.
Okay.
You're throwing at the other.
Yeah, so like I put my back up against this wall, pick up a rock, and throw it over here. Do I need to roll for that?
Nah. It's I gotta roll because
The reps.
no, he just kind of like
Okay, maybe
very oblivious.
throw a rock in there?
I'm gonna throw another rock. I'm gonna pick up like a handful of rocks and just be like, 1, 2, 3.
Like at this wall again?
Muncho, stop throwing rocks! Hail and well met.
We're the police!
What?
Give us your money!
The police! No! Constable, what have I done? And he kind of like leans over, kind of like disgruntled almost. Kind of like, oh, you're not the constable. Oh, right. Well, what do you want?
What are you
What are you
doing in
doing
these
here?
ruins?
Surviving, that's what I'm doing. Can't you see a man is trying to cook his meal? It's very rude to walk inside of a man's home like this. But I guess the 5 of you children can come in and have a seat. All 5 of you, including the fat hairy one. He must be going through puberty, yeah.
How are you surviving out here? We've heard nobody survives out here. How are you from the town?
Town, I'm the mayor. I'm Mayor Jasper. Haven't you heard of me? Jasper T. Cornwell. You just kind of like going into like a mad like kind of ramble almost, and you can kind of see as he turns around, you can see he used to have what looked like a pristine, like kind of silken green thing, and he has like kind of I wouldn't say like ribbons and medals, but kind of like pattern on his coat that would symbolize like someone of importance, like a kind of like a patch or something.
Jasper what?
Jasper T. Cornwell.
I look at Campter and I'm just like,
So he kind of like walks up and he puts his stuff away. And he's like, Jasper, it's Campter. You doing all right?
Oh, you know each other?
Oh, this is the mayor from
Ryland Orchard?
Ryland Orchard, yeah.
Oh. He looks very old.
Oh, Campter, you here to bring the monthly supply? I know I haven't visited town in a while, but I'm very busy keeping all my people happy. Nothing ever bad happens here in Ryland Orchard. And he's just like, we're scheduled to bring you some supplies that we have in a couple of days. Are you able to hold out with what you got right now? He's like, yeah, but I've been moving from place to place. You gotta keep the people happy. And he's just like, oh.
Well, sidebar, right?
So he kind of like, he's like, yeah. And he got a little mad after he lost a good chunk of people to an ambush by the Bogard. He kind of led a sect of people out of the main camp because he wasn't able to stay in charge.
Yeah, you knew he was out here and you didn't tell us?
Kind of lied on that part.
Why?
He can get a little violent. It seems
So
like
you don't want to tell us about the violent old man out in the woods?
It's like, Jasper, are you having a town meeting in a few minutes in the building across from us? He's like, oh, yeah, I've forgotten. Yeah. And so he kind of like hobbles out. And you can tell that he looks like he's set his leg in kind of like a makeshift brace. And he's kind of like using a stick to kind of like hobble out. And he's like, don't forget the town hall meeting's coming up. We're talking about the festival. We're going to have a lot of things in this season. Yeah, that's for sure. And he kind of like hobbles across and he's just like, town meeting. And just kind of like,
Town meeting.
yeah, not as charming
Town
and
meeting tonight.
yeah. And he kind of hobbles away and he's like, so he used to be sane when they first got here a couple months back. But the problem is he didn't like the fact that he kind of lost control of the town when survival instincts and people kind of stopped caring about authority. Kind of like how Manny is still kind of stuck in his ways. Jasper decided to take people out into the forest and to the jungle after we kind of described the pitfalls, and he thought that they could handle themselves. They know what they're talking about. And a few days later, we learned that out of the 50 people that came to town, about 15 to 20 of them left with him, and they all died due to his hands, either by traps or raids, and they didn't have the structure to stay in here. He kind of travels between a couple of campsites, and we do try to help him out where we can, but he just kind of pops in and out. Sometimes he'll wander in and be perfectly sane, get supplies, and we don't discourage him from coming back. If anybody was in a situation like that, we're watching people just slaughtered before his eyes and constantly being able to survive that's a horrible experience. Like, I wish that on nobody. But he just wanders back into the things, and we don't see him for a couple of weeks on end. This has actually been the longest stint I didn't even expect to see him out here.
Have you heard from him how he survived and no one else did?
yeah, it sounds like you guys come out here maybe more frequently than you let on.
Well, we do have people come out, but it's a scouting party of 1 or 2 people. We're still trying to just find supplies, fishing, berries, fruit, anything we can find. But we don't, like, he kind of holds out that map he was looking at. It's like, this is like, we don't have much mapped around this island because it is so dangerous to be out here. And the way the jungle, it seems like the jungle grows faster than we can,
Kill it?
Not kill it, but map it. You've seen what happens if we've done too much harvesting of wood. You're afraid.
Yep.
But you're not. You're gone. He's like,
I'm wandering.
yeah. But
I assume I heard him calling town meeting though. I'll
Yeah.
probably wander back.
This is what?
Town meeting.
Town meeting. What the hell?
You can kind of hear him.
And he says it was in this building?
He's in that kind of like that building right there, which Jimmy crack corn, I don't care. Jimmy crack corn, I don't care. All right, here we go. So today's meeting is gonna. He just kind of keeps rambling on. He's just like, he's broken. Like, there's nothing. We've tried to sit him down. At one point, we tied him up to kind of see if we can just get him back to his senses. And unfortunately, Manny, being kind of like the weird little henchman that he is, kind of set him free, hoping that, try to restore order in the town. But the camp is really kind of on the side of Marlissa right now. Or Marcilla, not Marlissa. Marcilla is kind of, she knows a way around here. She has this like safe zone, and she's just been welcoming to people. She's a little quirky in her own way, but I'd follow her instructions to a T.
Yeah, so she's like one of the most suspicious people here. You gotta know that, right?
Maybe not of her own.
I mean, not in a bad way, but like...
Right, but it is weird.
But yeah, she's like super freaking weird. And
I understand completely. Heck, I'm trying to run an inn inside of an island that only goes till dusk. I can't sell rooms for shit.
What would you sell it for?
It was a joke.
Okay. Okay, because I was just like, the premise of your joke doesn't make sense in the premise that you've already established in this timeless world. But I get it. I appreciate the
You can't sell a knight if there are no knights.
This is true.
Joke being aside.
Okay.
Yes, she definitely seems to be... She seems too experienced for her age. She seems to be too skilled in things that doesn't make sense. Those clockwork things, I've never seen anything like it. But that being said, she's our only reliable source of knowledge of this island. Plus, she's kept a lot of people under her wing alive, including myself. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably be dead by now.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of having to shut away of our normal social biases and kind of try to trust in our fellow man.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Manny. Screw that guy.
Yeah, that guy was a dick.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Why does he need money? I mean, like, anybody else, like...
Sex thing.
Does he use the money for...
Yes.
I'm gonna go over towards Jasper as he's as that conversation switches. What does he need money for? It's like, all right, well, we got what we needed. Walk over to Jasper and just like pretend like I'm listening, but then like silently cast detect magic.
You're getting the kind of same readings, the kind of like the haze of the island itself.
Same
kind of.
as before.
Yeah, but you're not detecting anything closer by or anything like that. He's kind of sitting on a log, and there's like kind of like made out of like the rubble of one of the fallen walls. You see like little like stone, little like not chairs, but like statues of people with like crossed out like little eyes and faces, stuff like that. And he's talking about that to. He's just like, now Stonewall, what do you think? Stonewall, what do you think we should be doing about this week's harvest? We do have.
What about you, Brick Table? And Woodchair, what do you have to say?
Mahogany, what are you doing over there? Get back, you rascal! So yeah, he's just kind of like he just doesn't even acknowledge you. But he looks up. He's like, "You, are you the bard that's coming to town to sing for the people at the festival?"
Absolutely.
It definitely
not.
is.
Can you do a little jig for us? And he kind of like gets up and
He's got a wonderful voice.
I say as I start exploring the other houses.
Is there anything you think that we're even gonna find in this town anymore? Like, should we?
Actually, I guess I was gonna explore the rest of this house first to see if there's anything of note.
He's got a couple of fish kind of like poked into the ground, cooking off the fire.
Okay. I still have not shed the idea of valuables, so I'm going to look for any sort of like shiny goodness.
Roll it per perception. I don't know why I rolled on that.
Meow. 5.
Nah, you can kind of see where he kind of made a makeshift bed where he's sleeping in and stuff, but you don't really see anything of value.
Okay.
I want to check out this building again, and I'm going to go inside.
Yeah,
This is one of those all the plants and stuff, right?
I was gonna do the same too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to creep in there.
You checking out a different one or same one?
I think same one.
We're gonna check out this one.
I don't know why. Funsies.
Now, are you actually going to sing and dance for him?
No, I was gonna talk to him.
All right. What would you like to talk to him about?
Talk to him like this to make him think that you are singing. This is my very subtle
What's
song.
going on here? Why are you talking to these rocks?
Do you not? These are people. These are my constituents. They voted me into office as mayor. Mayor here in Ryland Orchard. Who are you to question my authority?
You're crazy.
The only thing I'm crazy about is the politics that keep my people happy. Now, if you don't mind getting the butts out of here, I'm gonna whoop you a new one and get the constable.
The only thing I'm crazy about is my poll numbers.
I'm crazy about the Democratic societies.
Crazy about the little guy and his washing in the public stage.
I'm just imagining Muncho just like mocking him like right behind
As
his
we're
back.
exploring this, you just hear his voice coming out.
He's just doing.
Alright, well, as long as you leave us be, I'll let you talk to your rocks.
They're not rocks, they're people. And as he says, one of the rocks kind of like falls over. No, she's having another seizure. And he like walks over to go pick her up. He's just like, now tip her to the side so she doesn't swallow her tongue. And he's just like, to him it's real.
I'm gonna roll a perception for the.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the
house.
same. Bet. 10.
Like as they're looking around, Guru,
20.
Cantor described, he led some people to their death and hasn't been the same since, so it's probably best just to leave him be.
He was the mayor of Ryland Orchard.
That's right.
He still is. He still is. He's a great mayor. He's got my vote.
Terms and running.
Yeah, he remembers us.
He's
He
got
was
my
a Davenborrow.
That's alright. I usually prefer solitude as well. We'll leave him be.
Those looking at the empty building, this looks to be what could have been like a communal little kitchen room. Seems like this place was not really, kind of like more like a little like outpost. You had your little like blacksmithing area with the crates. This was like some sort of like little shack. The other room that he's in was more or less like a little barracks. This is like kind of like the mess hall camp area. You could see where there was a stone counter with several oven like notches where you could see where they put the bread or wherever they're cooking and the wood underneath. And you could probably guess that there were some tables and stuff in here to kind of be like the little mess hall.
Hey, Cantor, do you know anything about this town or how it was even built, or if there were people here inhabiting it before? Do you know anything of that?
You're asking the wrong man. I'm just... Even if I had any archaeology skills, stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to decipher what was going on here.
So ever since you've been here, this has always been ruined.
Just kind of... Yeah. Just ruins. They're scattered all over the place. We've noted 2 of them that are of note. This one and then the one on the other side of the obelisk. Kind of past this point, we've kind of haven't explored.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so it's obelisk time then, yeah?
Do we want
Or
to
do
go
we wanna
back and
rest here? Like, is it-
recover or get the...
Or is it relatively safe
Yeah,
here
should
to
we,
take a nap and...
I mean, there's not gonna be, the sun's not gonna go down, so,
Yeah.
I mean, how long can we chill here?
We could
And
chill
recoup?
in one of these houses. Maybe.
Make a little...
Well,
Do we not want to
Barricade ourselves in.
Yeah.
You gotta keep in mind that there is no roof.
Oh, there isn't a roof. Okay, so one of those big old stone guys could just sort of be like, I don't like them.
Hey, you guys!
Are they that tall? Or how tall are the walls?
The big stone guys are like, what, 8, 10 feet tall?
How tall are
The
walls?
gargoyles, the smaller ones, are about like 7 or 8, and then like 11 feet tall.
Yeah.
They're pretty. They're like sizably large.
They're centurion?
You
Yeah.
think really they
Sentries,
could just
yeah.
reach in?
They're pretty. They're able just to pick up a human and
Well,
then just walk away.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The wall's high enough. I mean, they might be able to like.
They're one story, kind of like small little like cottage areas. They're not.
Mm.
Tap
Like,
on
But
Titan
there's
style.
absolutely
Yeah,
no
yeah,
roofs on any
exactly.
of these buildings?
No.
Okay.
Just-
Is there like
Yeah.
rubble that we could like hide under at least?
How long has it been
Use-
since we got to town is the
I
real
mean,
question.
Yeah.
It's been about. I would say with the walking, you've been on the island for about 3 hours plus the hour or 2 hours or so going from the start of the mayor's office to here. So,
Okay.
because the mayor's office was definitely like bullshit, like right after each other.
Bullshit.
I could use a survival check to makeshift something. It wouldn't be comfortable for this many people, but it'd be something just like an area.
Something to keep us hidden.
You could just thatch a giant roof on one of these buildings. That'd be just fine.
All right.
Like you wouldn't even have to build like walls. Just like now, just give us just the ceiling and we're good.
Let's find some unusually large leaves.
I mean, hell, even if we all like crowded around into this one building here
That's
where
a
the
three.
fireplace was.
Oh no.
So you get like 2 palm leaves, and then you kind of set them sadly in one corner on top of the roof, and you're
Survival.
like, "There we go," and you just kind of like plop down.
Was that did you do nature or survival check?
I did survival.
I did a survival and I got 21.
You're able to kind of build a nice little like lean-to that can a couple of lean-tos in one of the buildings, kind of just using sticks and stuff to build supports, and you kind of have a little couple of spots that can fit you guys pretty comfortably. You can have like 2 per, or 1 normal size person.
Jeez Louise, hippie.
Well,
I say as I'm building.
it's an 8 total. But... So, still. Let's not...
So you put a couple more leaves up there. It's better than it was previously.
Yeah. I set it up, it falls over, I put it up again. That's how it works.
He's just like huddled under this like
Yeah.
shitty thing.
Camp just kind of like he's definitely, you can tell he's like a very relaxed kind of like seasoned kind of like adventurer, but he's always kind of like keeping an eye out, always kind of like. So the whole time you guys are working, he's definitely kind of like patrolling around, keeping an eye on the mayor, who's still having a meeting. They just resumed after one of the rocks has been put back into place, and
Recess. A brief recess.
yeah, stony constitution on that one.
God damn it.
So yeah, you guys are gonna rest for the night.
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Cool.
Right?
For
For several hours.
For what you,
Time is measured in sleeps here.
it's been about 3 sleeps. Since we do have a couple of casters, are you guys gonna change up your spells per day?
Yeah, I'll do that once
Yes.
I'm done with my watch.
Okay,
So we're taking a long rest?
sounds like it.
Okay.
Because I definitely.
Trying to
I figured
figure
you
out-
fully heal after that? Or no, you do.
Still trying to figure out
you
what
do.
small animals are in the area.
So mostly like smaller birds, like
Boids.
kind of like you see a snake slither around by, kind of like like a jungle. I'd say one of those like green little like vine snakes. I don't know the name of them offhand, but you see them at the zoo, like the like terrariums and stuff like that.
Sorry.
I don't know if they're a couple of poison dart frogs, it's birds.
Frogs, lizards.
Do we need to take all?
I need some healing.
Oh, okay.
And if I can just rest it out,
I
it'd
would
be
like
good.
to
We were trying to
re-up
find
on
where
some
all the
of
rest
my-
info is.
Okay,
We don't
so
have a
we'll
cleric.
we'll have this happen before the actual long rest happens. Then, wink. So you guys are kind of settling down at this point. The mayor has kind of talked himself to sleep in the other room. You guys are kind of like resting, and it's getting kind of quiet. You kind of hear the breeze. You kind of hear the chirping and like kind of the normal jungle atmosphere that you guys kind of come accustomed to, and then you kind of just hear just way out in the distance, just kind of like a humming.
From the direction that we came from?
Just kind of like around, just kind of like a. It sounds like there's a fly in your ear, and it's kind of like circling around you, but there's nothing close by. And then it kind of stops for a little bit. And then
would I have any idea of what that could have been from?
You can roll a kind of acknowledgement check, and
Acknowledgement?
I don't.
Is there... Have
I mean,
you filtering
nature.
Yeah, so page
Arcana.
317.
It'd be nature.
Nature.
Okay, I thought it was...
You regain hit points equal to your
22.
con
Sounds like
modifier.
the sound of an
after a long
small
rest.
insect.
An insect.
Could be those mosquitoes.
As you say
The
that,
giant mosquitoes.
I've heard stories.
picks up again. It's a little bit louder. You can kind of hear
Well, damn.
but it sounds like it's
That's not
coming from
much
two
for
different
me.
directions.
Giant mosquitoes!
Have we all fallen asleep yet? Or are we
You guys are just kind of
settling
winding
in?
down from the night.
Okay.
Waking up from a nap.
Shit.
Shit. Okay. I was just about to get my stuff ready to start. I'm like tinkering, getting my stuff
You have like
together.
a
I was
whole spread
Yeah.
out, like, ah.
Shit.
The only reason I asked about like long rest stuff is because I don't want us to do like needless like we do combat sleep or anything like that.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
more
But
just
we
like how long has it
traverse.
been since we
Yeah.
slept?
Yeah.
I mean, we had.
It's literally
that was
been
originally what
forever.
my intention was
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
asked
same,
what time
same,
of day
yeah.
was it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Been wandering for hours.
I mean, we've literally haven't slept since.
I don't remember the last time we camped. Is the
Before
whole
we
thing.
got to
Yeah.
Ryland Orchard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before we got to Ryland
It's been a
Orchard.
long time.
Yeah, I think so.
Been a while.
Since I had rest.
They even do that on Critical Role. Anytime someone says it's been a while, they're all just like,
It's been a while.
Give me a second here to. So, kind of position where you would be before rest occurred.
Well, we were all sort of like doing it inside of one of the buildings.
Right, so
Yeah.
you're all kind of in the building.
Yeah.
I mean, I was outside. I was
The
keeping
question
watch
is
as
which
everyone was
building?
getting ready.
Yeah, and Captor's kind of like in the center too.
Are we all on this
This
one?
one
Probably this
Sure.
one. Yeah.
in the corner with my lean-to.
Wayne, I assume you were in here too.
Yes, I was in a corner
cat?
with like a bunch of stuff.
He's probably out here and about with me.
He's just chasing
Bootin' a
frogs.
boot.
In the mayor.
He fell asleep talking into his constituents.
Alright, so is he in the other building then?
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I've been searching for an easy way to kind of get like placeholder, like number things.
Mm.
Since I don't show the board right now, it's like
One of my friends just has like a roll of pennies.
yeah,
Like that.
they're gonna do a new Reaper Kickstarter soon. I might see what kind of figures are in that because I did one that I shared with another friend, but I make enough now that I could probably afford the base set without it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Camper kind of runs in and he's just like, "We've got skeetos, lots of them."
Oh, skate.
What does that mean? Is that like a goblin term?
Yeah, I'm a goblin. I skate. That's what I do.
So yeah, kind of rolling in from this direction is 7 massive mosquitoes,
Oh my.
kind of the size of a house cat,
Oh boy.
coming in, hot and heavy. Buzz.
It's almost 7.
Roll initiative.
Oh, yar.
Do they? So they definitely see us.
Oh, they smell
They
your
smell
fear.
us. This is how bad it is. This is a fictional universe, and they still sensed me, Alex, as the magnet.
I'm invisible to them. Yeah.
Are you one of those people that like your sweat doesn't attract?
They just don't get me, or I don't react, and I don't notice.
When I go home to Florida, they fucking. I got that sweet blood.
Yeah, I had a period of like 5 years where like mosquitoes just didn't care about me, or I had like no reaction to them or anything whatsoever. And then
perception, right,
this
for
summer
initiative.
it started to like.
Really.
I've been getting eaten by so many mosquitoes. I don't know
What is
what
this thing?
changed.
It's plus perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
20 perception. was like, what?
No.
I got that 20, and I just had terrible rolls.
Mm-hmm. Wayne is 11. Or Pfeiffer.
Alex, what's your dex?
+2, but
Okay, you go before me.
Mine's 9.
So Alex and Eileen, that
Yeah.
14, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alex first.
And then
What does that say? Bugs.
Oh, bugs.
Bogs.
Looks like it says Bobs.
Boggs.
I think it's
I was trying to be funny.
Okay.
You said 7?
No.
I thought it said
Nine?
BO62.
You are funny.
Well, welcome to BO62.com. Your horse bugs.
Some fast fucking bugs.
Cameron?
19.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever find out about your initiative tracker? Is that ever...
I also
Oh.
don't think I ever saw that charge on my credit card, so maybe it just never happened.
Oh, weird.
Ooh.
Huh.
And then Wayne, what was yours?
Oops. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
I count my fingies because I'm bad.
Oh, my fingers.
Okay. So these things are kind of flying on in.
That's
Skating
nice.
on in.
Flying 10 in. Kind of just
Oh no. Oh no.
my perfectly placed numbers.
I don't know how familiars work with initiative. I've never had that happen before.
Usually I have them
Usually-
go with you.
Okay.
So yep, they're kind of
Can your familiar attack?
flying on in.
Alright.
How big are they?
They are tiny.
They're-
Well,
They're tiny?
I mean,
Oh, well then why are we...
I mean,
Sorry,
they're cat sized.
they're cat sized, but it's still
Yeah.
classifying
yeah, cat
as
is
tiny.
like tiny.
Oh no.
That's still a fucking huge mosquito.
Yeah, that would hurt to get
Yeah, that would be
stuck
very
by that
uncomfortable.
thing.
Hurt to get bit. It's gotta be real careful though, because like unless it goes like center mass, if it tries to suck blood, it'll just go like whoop right through the forearm.
And you
It's
just
like
break it.
Like,
Yeah.
you're
There you
living
go.
Capri Suns.
Then you just
You
like
accidentally
squeeze
stab
it
right
and
through
then
it.
just watch it like pool up with blood till it explodes, and then you've lost like 3 pints of blood and pass out anyway.
Ugh.
sacrifices.
Worth it.
you grab it by the snoot and you blow and make it blow up like a balloon.
All right, Cameron, you're up.
These are all great ideas.
Oh, they already moved towards us. Okay.
Bum,
Huh?
bum, 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 bum.
How tall are these balls?
They're about 9 feet, I'd say.
9 feet. And there's like rubble in here. Is there enough rubble that I could be able to like, in one turn, be able to like bound up and like
Not
perch up
that
on the
one.
side
I
of
think
the wall?
we'll say that I didn't specify the room that he's in with all the rocks and stuff, since he kind of piled them up as people. Is in
Okay.
that room. This one's pretty much intact.
Okay. So like, other than having no roof and maybe some like garbage on the ground, there's nothing like huge piles of rubble in the room. Okay, cool. In that case, I'm gonna walk outside.
You had to turn the figure because his arm span is so wide. That
Yeah, I couldn't just like move him.
he's
he's gonna-
T-posing.
He's gonna run into these people. Yeah, just gonna. What do you see again? AC's not terrible. Yeah, I'll like take. Oh wait, I can move twice, can't I? But I don't
Yep.
want to get swarmed because I'm small and they could probably carry me. Yeah, I'm gonna use my borrowed crossbow and I'm gonna shoot a bolt at one of these buggers.
Okay.
14.
Does not hit.
Cool.
Whizzes by one of them.
Twang!
What'd you try to do? What'd you get?
Shot it at a crossbow. 14 did not hit its AC.
Getting 2 actions around. Just gonna
Oh, cool.
This is what actually three actions.
Okay, next up is Alex.
Oh, so you have to spend an action to command them, but then they have 2 actions available to them.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I guess they're like they're treated like minions. so-
Gotcha.
They can
only
move when you command them.
Don't die.
It's a good command.
That was a sign of him
Oh shit! I don't. This is tough, man.
Don't beef it.
I've only had like a AoE. They're coming. A lot of they're coming.
Oh,
Loud.
Oh no.
Oh, I forgot to give.
These.
Whole group. Okay.
Oh, crap.
Um,
no, that's not me, is it?
actions.
That works out.
No,
Camter is also gonna be in the fight.
I have
suck, Cantor.
an idea. That just came to me at the
Based
last second. Here.
He's not very perceptible.
No, I want that.
He was half asleep already.
Yeah, he's like his pants are still armored, but the top half is gone.
Like, we woke up and we're just fine, but he started donning all of his armor again. He was like, oh, shit.
Thunk.
Okay. Oh god. How do cones
Sounds
work?
like spitting into a bucket.
Do you want to do it just visually, or do you want to
put
do
ice
it
cream
by
in it.
squares?
it's usually by squares. So if you're shooting down, since we're using a lot of angles on this.
Yeah.
10,
so
15 foot.
Yeah, 15.
15, so it'd be 5. 15, I think is that. Let's check the playbook here. Check out cones, because I don't know, because their diagonals are different in this one.
Do you think a mosquito would know how to put itself out?
'Cause I've seen ones that are
Not a
just
what?
like the one,
Oh.
and then
Douse itself.
because it's like
Yeah.
technically 15.
Probably not. It's probably.
It's always slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insects burn very fast, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything like that.
Have you ever magnified glass to bug?
Well, they're more they crackle. They don't really like actually burn.
It's like their wings would
Makes
just
sense.
like
Yeah.
incinerate
Thank you.
immediately.
Yeah. So they'll. Oh, and they're diagonals like that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Interesting.
Diagonal.
Okay.
Oh, they do have diagonals. Cool.
So it's. Yeah.
That's cool.
Orthogonal. The
Oh,
fuck is an
the-
orthogonal?
That. So okay, the M.
It's like
is
a rounded
the
cone.
position
Yeah.
of the caster. So it's like 3 in a line and then 3 on the side.
Wait, so what's
So
the?
you've got which one's your this one?
Yeah.
So it's like.
So can you
here,
not do
here.
cones? Just
So it's
can you
like
not do
this
cones that way?
triangle. If
Oh,
No,
I-
that's the same thing we're looking at.
oh, wait, so when it's like perpendicular to the squares, it's an orthogonal.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Orthogonal.
So if you were like here, you'd hit all
Orthogonal.
this.
I could hit 3 if I stood there.
If you were here, you'd hit.
If I was
1,
here,
2,
it'd be
3.
1, 2, 3, and then.
Still have
Basically
idea what
just that.
splash does, or the radius on splash.
Does it
You
say?
get these
Splash.
6 squares worth.
One fire splash damage.
So I think splash just means that it's like burst damage. I think.
Damn it.
Hold on.
Oh, that's hard.
I tried to look
Okay.
up in the.
So glad. I'm so glad I positioned him the way I
Yeah.
did.
You
Kinda like
motherfucker.
Well, so maybe not the index, but
totally on accident.
The,
Yeah.
I think it's the glossary versus the.
But if you were here,
Where's the class?
is
past
that what in the
index.
building?
He's on top of it. They're
Okay.
flying. They're flying. So that's why they
So
only
this is
moved
the
10
index
feet
glossary,
because
is it?
flying is
Definitions of
Where's that?
terms.
You could hit 5 of them.
A splash.
Is diagonals
I do
10?
not see
for you?
splash on here.
Or are you doing like
I'm
5, 10,
saying
10, 10, 10?
If we're going off what it's saying, like you just do.
No, I mean for movement.
How
How do you want to do it?
How do you
I think it was like 5 to 10 to 20.
Okay.
It was something weird.
Alright. This might be the dumbest thing ever, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to move here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's still probably my best
Hand that back to you for now.
bet. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It was here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what
So
splash
it's a
damage
cone
fucking
of.
Maybe it's like
These
in
5.
Alex's
Okay.
version it might say something.
And I will
Mate.
cast Burning Hands.
I'm gonna give the number 6 since you are. It's kind of like near the corner. I'm gonna give that one a bit of a
Okay.
bonus, probably like +2.
So that's, yeah, 2 actions, 3 actions. Cool.
Burn it up, burn it
I don't know
up.
if I've cast this in Pathfinder 2 yet. Basic reflex save for that. Oh wow.
We have 3 actions per turn, right?
Oy.
Reflex uses dexterity, right?
Yes.
17.
Yeah, they succeed. Or
Okay.
that one does at least.
One does not. 13.
Fail.
Okay, that's 2. 17. So that's 2 and 2. Wow. I'll re-roll it. That was
one.
2 succeed, 3 fail.
Okay.
So we'll say the
takes one
back 3 kind of
damage.
get crispified.
Okay. They take 6 points of fire damage.
Wait, what?
Um,
How if I fail the attack? The target also
And-
takes the splash
And
damage.
half to.
Meaning one.
Yeah. There's no half.
Let me see
Okay.
the for fire. Is this for fire one?
Yeah. The.
All right. Next up is Irene.
Sorry, that took a while. I
Where
was.
is that?
Spells do that sometimes.
Oh my god.
God, how my plans turned out, you know.
Oops, sorry.
Did we already kill someone?
Took out 3 of them with some fire.
Damn. I didn't get to do anything.
He knows he's going to bed soon, so he's just like, burn all the spells left.
I don't think I can reach. Are diagonals 5 feet or diagonals 10? I can never remember.
10.
I think I ask that every single time.
Right? Should be 10, because 5 would be 10.
Mm-hmm.
It changed.
Yeah, I know.
For now, we'll say it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Diagonal 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've had different
With
DMs do
splash
it differently,
weapon
so
fails,
in that
succeeds,
case,
I'm probably
succeeds.
horribly wrong, and
All
someone's going to
creatures
correct me
within
on it,
5 feet
but
of the target takes
I'm
listed
gonna
amount of
target
splash
this
damage.
one, and I'm gonna
Failure,
cast
but not a
Produce
critical
Flame
Target of the attack also takes
and
the
shoot a
target.
little fireball at it.
hold on. You're a barbarian. You have
I am,
what?
but as a gnome, I have one spell that I can cast as a cantrip,
oh,
and it's
Produce
Produce
Flame
Flame.
does damage?
It
Okay,
does.
so
you
it's
can
on a failure,
shoot it as a
target
ranged
attack also
takes-
touch
wow.
attack.
It just means
I
they just take the splash
you
damage.
could tell I did
Not-
not
they don't
expect
take
that.
the.
So that
Or
is
even if I
14 to
fail?
hit.
Even if you fail, they at least
Does
hit
not
the
hit.
splash damage.
Wow.
Not if you critically fail, though.
That's,
So if you
that's-
just
Well,
fail, they take the splash
tried.
damage, which usually is a lot less.
That's all I can do.
But they don't take the 1d8 plus whatever persistent damage. But they'll still get the splash damage.
Cameron?
and that wouldn't-
No, I
No,
already
it came
went.
one already.
Okay, yeah. Wayne, you're up.
Okay.
So, yeah, so splash damage means if the... does splash damage have to roll for any creature that would potentially take the splash damage?
I think it's
It just says.
No, okay, it doesn't say.
Does it
Yeah,
say
because it just
creature
says...
or monster
So if it attacks...
or enemy.
If it succeeds on a single creature, it says it deals damage. It deals whatever the
1d8.
whatever the damage is. But if it has splash damage, it deals splash damage to that creature and then any other creature within 5 feet of that creature. Does that have to roll additionally for all those other creatures that are going to get splash damage, or does that have to?
unless it says like they have to roll against it. I think it would just be a static.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I would assume, because that'd be ridiculous if it have to be like
It's a
every
lot
other
of
creature.
rolls,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a lot of rolls and a lot of potential.
Granted, he
dex
just did a
saves.
lot of rolls from it, but yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So, but it says so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it said even if I fail, it still does the splash damage.
I think it would have to be on hit.
No, so if it's
It says on failure.
on a failure, but not a critical failure, just the target attack takes splash damage.
Oh.
Not all the other creatures. Yeah, on fails, succeeds, or critically succeed. If a attack with splash damage fails, succeeds, or critically succeeds, all creatures within 5 feet of the target take the listed amount of splash damage. Oh, wait. On a fail, it also does the splash damage to everyone around it.
but it doesn't hit the target.
But it doesn't do the D8 plus the persistent. So even if I miss,
You still splash everyone.
On a failure... Oh, okay. So, fail, succeed, or critically succeed, everything around it takes splash damage, but not the creature it hits. On a fail, the creature also takes splash damage.
but not the stuff around it.
They also
So
take...
it will
yes.
always do a minimum damage, but
Yeah, so basically, failing, succeeding, or critically succeeding, everything around it takes splash damage, but the targeted creature takes, like, the 1d8 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
On a fail, everything just takes splash damage.
And it just takes 1 point of damage.
How much splash damage that bomb does. So with the fire one, I think it's like 1 splash damage of fire.
One fire splash damage.
Yeah.
So even if I miss, all that
Everything-
stuff still takes 1 point.
Yeah,
of damage.
everything the thing you target and everything 5 feet around it takes
sounds like a
splash
good plan.
damage.
That's cool.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's interesting. So okay, I move. How fast do I move?
How good's your chucking arm?
Really
Sorry,
good.
your lobbing arm.
Really good because I have fire lava.
I could have played
Oh,
in
man.
the minor leagues.
I could have been an alchemist goblin, and I could have been a lobbing goblin.
That was actually like every class has a iconic character, and
Yeah, I
the
think-
iconic character for alchemists are goblins.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the picture in the book.
Yeah. Okay, so this group over here, I chuck a or I attempt to chuck a alchemist fire.
Kill me.
Whoop. I believe that's plus.
That'll still just add your key ability.
What's that?
You're probably dex for you.
That's yeah.
I mean, if it's thrown, I think it would just be your key ability or just your Dex. I mean, yeah.
I have no idea what an alchemist's key ability is, actually.
I would assume it'd be, what, intelligence or wisdom?
It's wisdom, but that it says that only like applies.
That's only for spellcasting, if you're gonna...
Or like creating.
Or creating, yeah.
So if you're throwing it's dex.
It's
Yeah,
dex,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I figured.
Alchemy bomb looks like it's...
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah,
Dex
3.
6. 6.
No, it's... Your boost is 3.
Oh, sorry. 8.
8.
Yeah.
8.
They all take 1 point of splash damage, apparently.
Yeah! Wait, which one were you targeting?
Right here.
Okay.
So those 3 will all take 1 point of splash. Okay. And it's not perpetual, it's just one.
No,
Just
if I would have succeeded, the middle guy, the one I was
the
aiming for,
target.
would have taken 1 point
Yeah.
of persistent until he decided to somehow mosquito knowledge put himself out.
It was like the equivalent of like doing the lighter trick and be like,
Magic. Tim,
He
you're...
takes out a can of Axe and like
Oh
sprays
wait,
at the
wait,
mosquitoes.
can't I still do something else?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Was that just one action?
That I moved and then threw.
Okay, so that was 2. You can do one more.
Uh,
But remember, if you attack again, it's a -5.
to just the check.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever your attack roll is.
multi-attacking.
If you attack 3 times, it goes 0, 5, 10.
Yeah, I don't
Unless you have.
think there's anything I really want to do.
Finesse?
This is dex or
Oh.
strength.
You can
Is it
move
agile then?
more, kind of.
I don't really need to get any
Yeah.
closer.
Certain weapons have like bonuses where
Yeah.
you don't take as much of a penalty.
Oh,
as
shit,
an
that's right.
attack.
And then finesse lets you use dex and strength.
Yeah.
Oh man, is that...
Whatever.
Because I've got like my daggers have
Agile.
traits of agile, finesse, and versatile.
Yeah.
And I
Because like I'm
don't
pretty sure
really-
all of my weapons have that as a rogue, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
finesse
agile.
means you can use your dex instead of your strength to attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
didn't
think
know what that
agile
meant.
is -2 and 4 instead of
Gotcha.
5.
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, really?
Yeah, something
Okay, I
like
gotta
that.
look into that now because
Yeah.
I would be attacking a lot more often if that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
ABC, always be combating.
Yeah.
Always be
Mhm.
combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, or yeah, like my
Always
flail
be
has
cutting.
sweep, so like if I take a second attack on a different enemy, then I don't take as much of a penalty on that second attack.
You get like a +1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
something like that.
Like my scimitar is forceful, so on my second attack I get a +1 for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need to get a new book. I need to write down a lot of notes
Yeah.
because I forget a lot of things like I haven't crafted in so long. I'm just like, wait, how do I?
Yeah, that's what
I haven't given you. I that's my bad. I haven't given you a chance.
I mean, it's fine. I haven't.
Yeah.
I still have plenty
like
of
that's
stuff
why
to work with.
I printed off like all my relevant pages
Yeah.
for things that I can do because otherwise I'm like I hate scrolling through the PDF a million times.
Yeah.
So
So what you can do?
is it me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, everything's at an angle. That's probably throwing people off a bit.
Oh well.
It's fine.
So,
I just hate the just pure squared villages and shit.
mm,
It's not as interesting.
Can't get close enough to do anything.
I mean, you can move twice.
Yeah.
You,
Even
you
so,
can move. You can move twice, and then. Yeah,
I will attack this one with a blowgun.
okay.
Ooh.
Perfect. It's like a giant mosquito just has like a little needle in it.
Yeah. Take that.
Oh,
How's that
nice.
feel, bitch?
Yeah, exactly. Taste your own
so
medicine.
first one's 5.
Okay,
second
so
10.
that's. I was
Yeah.
right about that. The first
Yeah.
one's 5, 10.
First one's 5, second one is 10, and then it's 10 after each one for that.
Weird.
So
Weird.
Diagonal?
Yeah.
first
Okay.
diagonal is 5.
Why would
After
they
that,
do
that's-
that?
that way you can't cheese movement across the board.
Wait, how so?
Like if you have like
Yeah.
30 feet.
Right,
instead
because if
it's like
diagonals are
5, 10,
5,
15,
it makes
20,
it. You can
25.
move
No, no.
really
Why
far.
would they? Why wouldn't it always be 10 diagonal and 5?
It's so
like
it's so
this?
they don't punish you for going diagonal the first time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just like anything in your immediate vicinity is still within reach, and you're not like, this is
Oh.
somehow 10 feet away. Like, the 10 feet thing is just
Okay,
like, you
then-
can't cheese movement.
Okay. I get it now.
That's a cool one for graph.
So would you roll?
Yeah.
A 4.
Yeah. Campter's gonna move kind of.
Why is it?
What's your movement speed? Because you're a medium. 25.
25,
But then
yes.
that's 10 feet?
10.
That's
Why is this 10 feet?
15, 20, 25.
10 feet. 10 feet.
So he's gonna stand right here and he's gonna raise his shield up to get the armor bonus
Yeah, I
because
don't know.
no one really uses shields in this group, right?
Mm-mm.
Right.
Because there's a thing where if you're using a shield, you actually have to declare raising your shield to get the AC bonus.
Mm.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck that
AC
shit.
bonuses are better, but it's like it's a guaranteed. Like, but it's just like, well,
Damn.
if I don't raise it, like it doesn't make sense if you're just
Yeah.
always running around like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I would. So like, do you have to raise it each turn?
No, you can declare putting it down, or raising it up, but I think there's like a penalty for.
Okay, yeah, because I would imagine like if you're in combat with a shield, like your shield is going to be
Once you've
constantly
stopped-
raised, and you like attack, and it's
Yeah.
not like you have to like, and then I raise my shield. Like no, your shield's gonna be like up.
But I think that's like to better attacks and all that stuff. But yeah, so he's going to kind of stand in front of you and he's going to raise it up.
Yeah, it's more like if I have my shield, I am equipping my shield. I am using my shield in combat. Like instead of just like my shield's just there, but I'm not using it. It's like
Right.
no, I'm fucking using my shield.
All right, start of the round.
The bogs.
The Bagazas.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there. Where was that thing where you saw with the attacks per turn? I don't know.
I mean, it was in here somewhere. It's like, go to the movement section.
Well, I wasn't looking at movement. I was looking at attacking.
Does 13 break your armor class, Alex?
Wait. It does not, because we haven't rested yet.
Oh
Nope.
shit!
Oh, wait, no, 13? Oh, yeah, it just does. Shit. Mage armor is clever in this. It doesn't give you a time. It's just like, till your next long rest. It's like, sweet.
That's super
So-
nice.
What the hell? It doesn't actually tell me damage on this. Oh. So it doesn't deal direct damage to you, but it is now attached to you.
Oh boy.
Nice.
So it is. It
Dwarf
is.
balloon.
If you move or take an action, it will move with you. So it's essentially grappled you, but it's kind of
With
like,
its mouth.
Is it taking? Is
Okay.
it giving like persistent damage?
So I'll read attached for you. When a Bloodseeker hits a target larger than
a
itself,
bloodseeker.
its barbed legs attached to the creature. This is similar to grappling the creature, but the Bloodseeker moves with the creature rather than holding it in place. The Bloodseeker is flat-footed while attached. If the Bloodseeker is killed or pushed away while attached to the creature, it has drained blood. It has drained blood from it. The creature takes 1 point of persistent bleed damage. Escaping the attached or removed Bloodseeker in any other way doesn't cause bleed damage. So for its first action, it's going to move, then it's going to attach. I'm going to drain you for 1d4 points of damage now. And the third action. Yeah, she's very upset with that.
Okay, yeah. So finesse
1.
is lets you use dexterity instead of strength for attack and
Yeah.
And then agile is the one where it's -4 instead of -5, and then -8 instead of -10 on consecutive attacks. Well then, shit, I gotta start attacking more.
And that's going to attack. Oh, God.
Oh god.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he definitely... Hammer's holding out a shield, and then just kind of, like, crawls underneath, and it's, like, right on his chest. He's like, no. And then it's going to attack, deal him 3 points of damage. Just gets him right in the neck. He's just like, no!
Jesus.
Shield isn't a reaction. That's, that's interesting.
Next
That's
up
not a reaction.
is Cameron. So two of your friends now have these bugs like
Okay.
on top of them. Just yours is kind of more or less like on the shoulder because you didn't get crit.
Oh, sorry. Reading this spell.
25.
It's fine. I'm just building the world over here.
I have one on my shoulder. It hurts.
Okay, good. Thank
It's
you.
gonna swell
And
like
which one's
crazy.
attached to him?
Yeah.
Which one is?
3.
3.
The one directly in front of him.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna swipe at that one.
Now I'm gonna let you know right away. If you're under 10 on its armor class check, you're hitting Alex.
Nice. You 15.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, it's got plus that, of course.
15.
Does not.
Okay, cool. So I
Oh,
can
it's
get.
flat-footed, so yes.
Alright, cool. 15, that's...
What's flat-footed mean again?
Flat-footed in this one, I believe.
It can't, like, move.
I think you can get a
Like, it can't,
plus
like,
2
activate.
to...
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, it's on its feet. It's like, huh. It's more like standing still. Not able to,
Knees
like...
locked.
Yeah.
And it loses all, like, dexterity-based...
Reaction.
Pump sweaty.
Alright, and that's gonna deal...
Spaghetti.
Woo! It's gonna deal 9 damage to it.
Like,
Let me double-check this really quick. Yeah, -2 circumstance to AC. So... what are you hitting it with?
My short sword.
So, you pull out your short sword, you're like, ah! And you kind of like just skewer it and kind of pull it off. You take 1 point of damage for him removing it from you.
Nice.
But you do kind of like just skewer it and just kind of flick it off. And
it's dead?
It's dead.
These things
Cool.
do damage when you get rid of them, too.
Yeah.
That's
If it's drawn blood on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was drawing blood on you.
Thank you.
Alright, next up is
No.
Alex.
I'm not done
Oh,
yet.
fuck. I'm sorry. I keep thinking there's 2 actions.
And then, foop, foop, foop. Gonna just corner this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it technically in a different square at this point if it's attached to him?
We're still going to kind of have that space, but if the person moves, it moves with it, kind of thing. We'll just make it easier. Next up is Alex. I'm not done. So keep doing
not finished yet.
Other campaign I always forgot about Wayne or Alex. This one I just don't let you guys do your full actions.
At all, ever.
You don't get to play. You don't get to have fun in my campaigns. I'm just gonna role play, and then when there's combat, I'm just gonna skip over you.
There's really no point in doing that.
It's some text on the side of this. I'm guessing is maybe the brewing company or something. It says a 12% beer project, but it's only 8%.
So full of shit.
Mm-hmm. It's only the 3/4 strength beer.
Project fail.
Cool.
You can,
I'm
have
gonna
on
like
that project.
give that acknowledge nod to Muncho for taking it out as my shoulder swells up.
And I'm licking the blood off of my sword.
Whose blood? We don't know.
Who knows? But I have a
Lyme
taste for it. But I now have a taste for it.
I'll turn to the one next to me and cast electric arc.
What?
Text what?
Electric arc.
Shocking. What's
So
it?
he's a bug zapper.
I need reflex saves.
16 and critical. Succeed.
Well, is it a critical success?
23.
Well, I mean, like, what's the dodge AC?
16.
So it's not a
No.
critical success.
No, I assumed because I got a 20.
But there's no half damage on these things.
Yeah.
In Path 2, so
They don't half-ass
nothing
it.
happens.
To either of them?
Yeah.
Wait, what did the first one roll?
16.
Oh, fuck.
Shock
They
the crap
both
out of
rolled
that.
very
Well, no. Attacker succeeds on a tie.
Nice. Okay. Never mind.
So 1 and 1.
Bug
At
zapped.
least I think that's calculated right.
Zip zap zoobity bop.
I have one more bug zapper in my fridge. The mint ginger sour ale.
Oh,
from-
yeah.
Oh, I thought you
I
actually
was
had like
that's a
a.
weird place.
I was like, wait, what is the type
Got a
of
fly problem.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
mosquitoes in my fridge. Take care of them.
You see the little gnats. I fed Lucky some
Oh,
fresh
yeah.
fruit and gnats.
Yeah.
Like it was only in there for a day and then just
Yep.
fighting.
They will do
I've
that.
had,
Seven
I've had
points
issues with
damage.
them before.
Just a pop.
I'll get rid of the one right next to him.
6.
The other bit of
The
lightning.
satisfying pop that you hear when it hits that blue light.
Yeah.
That crit roll episode. The most recent one. Yeah, they have like one of those like tennis rackets that zaps.
Oh, that's
It's like midway through combat, Travis is like, and everyone's like, yeah!
That's
I touched one of those to my tongue.
Stop referencing more successful campaigns.
Because I was in Florida and I was drunk and I had just gotten off of an airboat.
Florida man.
Was it new or had it killed bugs before?
It looked clean.
Okay.
You just
Who
have a
knows,
permanent
really?
scar that's just part bug in your skin.
You just have a
I've
little
touched
bit
them
of bug
before. They
DNA
hurt,
on your
man.
tongue.
I
now.
can only imagine on your tongue. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Touching is like, fuck!
My beer did not taste the same.
Tastes like burning. Eileen, you're up.
I was just looking at the initiative board.
Okay. I'm going to. Well, do I need to rage? I don't think I even need to rage. I'm just gonna. I'm
so
gonna
quick to
do
rage.
sudden charge so I can and since I end within 5 feet of it, I can attack it
Nice.
Barbarians.
with my
She just wild charges.
flail.
Yeah.
Made it. But just
that's
barbarely.
a 1 plus 3, so a 4.
Yeah, that's over 10. That's a critical miss.
Yeah.
You're gonna I'm gonna make you flat-footed because you ran and kind of like because you got your giant like kind of like flail thing, so you kind of like swung in, so you're gonna kind of like fall on your butt. So you're gonna have to take an action to stand up next turn.
Okay.
Lucky there's
Can
no
I
door
I
for it
have
to
one
stick
action
into.
left? Can I use
Yeah, you
my
can
one
use your
action
action
to
to-
just stand
yeah.
up? Okay, then I'll do that.
Oopsie doodle.
Like, ha ha ha, just my butt off and like, no, I'm gonna stop that.
Nope, doesn't
Nope.
happen. Nope,
Nope,
no
nope,
siree.
nope. Everything's great here.
Wait, you're up.
Don't splash it.
No.
Do not splash, please.
You'd be fine. 1 point of damage, you're fine. Do we need to take an action to draw weapons?
Yes.
Alright, I take an action to draw my daggers, and I approach. Blap, blap, blap. And I give him a good stab. Where's my dice at?
My dice.
Wait, what?
Which one?
The 20
The
sided
big
one?
one? The important one?
Yeah.
Did you drop
Is
it?
that this one?
Did the cat eat it?
Oh.
This
Yeah.
one?
No, those are my 3.
Here.
Wait, no.
Wait, this
Those
one.
are my.
That one.
Those are
Different colored
4. Okay, yeah. So one of these is yours.
Yeah, the one with the white numbers.
One of these is yours.
This one's mine.
Yeah.
Is it the white numbers?
Wait.
No, it's this one.
No,
No, that's
No.
not it either.
Yeah.
That must be
What?
the.
Those ones.
neither of them.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one,
yeah.
that one matched these two sets.
Yeah,
It's just these two are different.
But he has
That
a-
one's definitely mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one must be yours.
It looks like mine.
But your numbers are silver.
Not white.
Where did this dice go?
It's on the ground.
Alex,
Dice
where are your
check.
dice?
Oh, right here. Mine are all red. There's no way.
Yeah, lettering. Gold is gold lettering. Yours is silver lettering. Mine's gold lettering.
So many.
No,
Good luck, Dusty.
There's
We
no
have
way.
a lot of them.
Yeah, these are definitely my dice, but
Yeah.
that one is not.
Did you have it
But I mean,
earlier
you
in
can
this-
just have
Yeah,
that
he
one
was-
because
he
that
was
does not match.
rolling it
Because that does not
earlier.
match my dice. So just have that one for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he was rolling a d20 earlier, so that's gotta be it, right?
Yeah, just maybe just now
Maybe
we're
it just-
noticing it's slightly different than the other
It
die.
always has been.
It could have been that dice that I accidentally picked up a while back, and it's just a slightly different
Yeah,
colored one.
yeah, maybe it got swapped with another
This
one
is a
at
different
some point.
D&D group session bag that
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's so
That's
weird.
very bizarre.
Okay, whatever.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
don't sing it or else we'll get a copyright strike.
There was a
Give us
recent
too much
episode
credit
of
for
the podcast I was
being-
listening to where they play bad games,
find us
and
anyways.
they all started like reminiscing about like some of the music from some games they like, and they all was like, oh, like that theme that plays when you're sliding down that slide in Super Mario 64, and then like they all start just singing it, just very impromptu. It was just so good. It was just like just like 4 bar or just like a couple of bars, but then everybody's just like fucking lost it. It was great.
That's like when I watch people play Mario Maker. That is the song everybody uses.
Yes,
Every-
it's
a
the
good,
best
like,
song.
frantic song.
Yeah, it's a good one. 13.
Ooh, fuzzy one.
Does not hit.
Okay, I think that's all I can
Hello,
do.
Flash.
Draw a weapon, move, and then attack.
Next up is team.
Can I get in here? Is the door blocked?
You can move through allies as long as you don't stop inside of them.
I'm small. You can probably step over me.
It's like stand over top of it.
Yeah.
I mean, his femur is probably about as long as she is tall,
Yeah,
so
I mean, yeah.
you can just like step right over her.
Grizz is
What's-
like 3 feet tall.
What's
so-
the rules of like stacking a tiny person on top of a medium-sized person?
I don't
I
know.
have no idea. I didn't know.
Just going
I
like
know there were rules.
18th
Yeah,
century
tell us,
war,
DM.
just like the crouch, the one on top.
I mean, I think by the end, like in a few more sessions from now, I think Monjo's gonna be familiar enough with Gruer that he's just gonna like start climbing him. And, like he's not gonna be like weird about it, but he's just gonna be like, hold on, let me like. He's just gonna like, what's that over there? And he just like climbs Gruer and like sort of like stands up on his shoulder like that. Gruer's gonna
so
like
let's see.
resist at first. He's gonna be like, okay.
Back this whole
I like how you already
Yeah.
determined how he's going to act in these situations.
Yeah.
Just do the opposite of what he says.
He's gonna love it.
No.
He's just
And
gonna be
then
like,
over time, be like, wait, I hate this.
yeah. Change his mind.
Wait, I never liked this.
So
Gets a
that'd
weird
be
whiff of
20
something.
for 6.
Start
Yeah.
storing stuff in his
Is it?
ear that he
Yeah.
doesn't notice.
Oh yeah.
Like slice a wing. It's like.
He just kind of like with his machine just.
Wait, so mosquito is like on his neck, right?
Yeah, it's like on his chest and like
Between him and the shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say between him and the shield.
he's like this now.
just pulls the shield close to his chest and just squish it.
He's
Gross.
gonna.
That's huge.
Strength check. Just tries to hug it.
Hug of death.
Oh.
First action.
Squeeze the
Doesn't.
juice out
He's
of
just
it.
like, eh. Second action. No.
He's too afraid of it.
Third,
my
no.
Every time he does, he's just like,
He just like
he's
goes
like
like
he's
this and it
I
blood is
picture him
like
like just trying to pull it off. Just like no.
It's like the blood's coming in and out of his
Yeah.
body. He get kind of woozy. Like,
It's like
His
squeezing
face
a
be-
water balloon.
like
It's
his face
hard.
becomes flush every time it does.
It's Bug's turn.
He's gonna keep sucking.
Sucks to suck.
Well, hey
You're
there.
gonna suck.
I'm
you
just gonna
wanna
have a little tasty treat if you don't mind me. Buzz, buzz. For 3, and then it's gonna do another attack. 7 damage.
He's
Jesus.
already latched on there.
Those things are dangerous.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Cameron.
Swatting that motherfucker. 15.
Hits
Nice.
because it's flat-footed and you're flanking.
Yes.
I think there's a new rule for flanking. Oh, not
6
everybody
damage.
can flank it or some shit.
Proceed. How would you handle this one?
He's like, he tries to switch again, and he's like, ah! And then just like from underneath, it's just like a whoosh, and it's just like the body connected to the mosquito is just gone, and all that's left is like the head still attached to his neck. And there's like a little bit of blood still squirting out of like the neck of the mosquito.
He's like a grizzled like war veteran, but he's still just like no. Oh God, no.
So like
This is
Grizz like
awful.
or Muncho kind of comes up and he's like, oh, sorry about that. He like grabs the head and yanks it out.
1 point of damage.
Takes 1 point of damage. Unconscious.
Damn.
Oh,
He falls unconscious like as like Muncho is like climbing up onto him to pull it out, and he's like, oh God. Yeah, he's like he rides him down.
Yeehaw!
You hear coming from. What's that? Is it celery picking time?
Oh God.
Here comes the mayor without his pants. What's
boy.
going on? What's going on so late at night?
Let's think of the tart toter
What's night?
from Adventure Time.
I don't know why I made him like an old prospector, crazy loon. Everybody, it's curfew. Don't make me get the constable on you all. I am the constable. Oh, never mind. Have a good night. And he just waddles out.
You don't happen to have any like healing potions, do you, sir?
Healing potions. Let me.
I think Camtor's gone down.
Hey, just like kind of like
Oh
waddles
yeah,
up.
fuck her, healer.
Nope. Exactly.
I can attempt medicine.
I have.
Can I, like-
questions.
Put his hand on his own face like,
Yeah.
Well,
he did it to me. Why isn't it working on him?
Yeah, it's like stuff his hair a little bit.
Can I attempt medicine or?
Wait,
Jasper is attempting it right now.
Let's
First.
Okay, yeah. Oh
Let's
wait.
attempt some medicine together.
He spits on his hands. He just kind of like puts his hand on his boot. Just kind of like. Now Pete's dead. And just starts walking away.
Wow.
Oh boy.
All right, we'll give this a try. 6, 9.
No.
All right, I take some of the dirt that has the blood in it, and I just like pat it back off.
Oh
wait.
no.
Oh no, cover up that
And
wound.
you're like, oh.
Oh.
There's nobody else. I have Elixir of
I
Life.
got nothing.
Nobody, nothing.
I'll try medicine, I guess.
What is it? Attempt medicine like?
Stabilize.
It's a
Does that
skill
actually
check.
do
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Uh,
oh, well then that's probably better than. Let me see what I have.
Yeah, I have plus
Uh,
0 to that, so I will not be attempting
But
medicine.
I've got a
19.
good. I've got,
Only medicine I know
What
is
kind of medicine
knives.
things are you gonna do?
Okay.
Are you gonna like pour out
Stop,
some?
stop blood flow and just like see if I can get him to a point where it's like we can at least like get a health potion down.
He's just a little light on blood. I think he'll.
Yeah.
Start picking my teeth with the mosquito needle. Well, no, because it goes soft when the.
he's dead.
Yeah,
Just-
never mind. Yeah, they have to make the needle hard. They have to get hard before they can suck blood.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a
the
vampire.
females.
you
have
need
to
a
get hurt.
healer's kit to use medicine.
Oh,
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah, because you
Can't
have
just do like a basically like Stop the
triage.
blood flow.
Yeah, it says you must have a healer's kit.
Exercise the demons.
You perform first aid on a creature that has 0 hit points. You can
Healer's
stabilize or revive
Yeah,
it.
you.
Oh wow.
Oh no, you don't have a healer's
Then-
kit.
No,
Never mind.
I am high in medicine. Maybe I
I'm
should.
high.
You have to
in
have.
medicine.
Apparently, the rule is you have
Yeah.
to have a kit.
Right,
Yeah.
I've got.
To heal them at all?
Do we have
Yeah,
a health
like-
potion?
I've got alchemical. I do. I have elixir of life. I've got 2 of them.
Can you,
Are you
Will
just
that
gonna pour
work?
it down his throat?
Will that
You
work?
can also
Okay.
perform first aid on adjacent creatures taking persistent bleed damage. So that's good.
Maybe I should get a healing kit or whatever.
We need to find potions or something.
Yeah,
He's got a potion.
You're gonna.
I mean, I can make. I
So
can
wait,
make
so
some
even
potions.
like, so to attempt a medicine check to stop somebody from like bleeding out, you have to have a healing kit.
That's what it
weird.
says. You have to have,
Jesus.
healer's
It's like-
tools, not
Okay.
necessarily a healer kit. I don't know. What the
Uh,
difference is.
I just see,
you
like,
gotta have
a
the
bone
gauze
saw.
and the
Yeah.
thing. To
But like now with a
seal
now with a
the-
potion, I imagine potions are probably just.
Is elixir of life the
Yeah.
same as a healing potion?
Upon drinking this elixir, you gain 1d6 hit points. If you are at maximum hit points, when you drink this elixir, you instead gain +1 item bonus to fortitude saving throws of 1 hour against toxins, including disease, poison,
That's
and
really
venom.
different.
Should I pour it down? So should I
Yeah.
roll? Should you
Like-
roll?
Just
I'll, like,
you just
lift his throat or whatever.
roll for healing.
Yeah.
Massage
just-
the neck.
This is
Breathe.
one of the
See
one
how
of my,
Dog. Swallow your pills.
I've only done this a few times, so hopefully there's no side effects.
It could be fun if there is.
Take a sip. Oh yeah.
Goodbye.
Ooh, that's good juice.
3 points of healing.
Wait, I thought it was a D6.
Is this not D6?
It's
Oh,
a
that's a
D10.
Oh, this is a D6.
Hey,
Four
more
points of
healing.
Suck a D10.
Huzzah.
I was like, oh, duh, I see a 6. That's a D6.
So every dice except for the D4s and D6s.
They're all like 6s facing at me.
I don't know. They could be 9s.
Yeah, I still get confused on that too.
So yeah, you kind of like pour it down his throat. You kind of like, he's still very kind of like dizzy and stuff from the blood loss, but you can tell that the potion's definitely kind of got a kick to it and kind of wakes him up. And he's just like, just help me get back to our little lean-to. I'm gonna pass out for the night. Someone take my
What's
watch.
night?
God. Oh my god.
I'm gonna pass out for the dust.
Fight for help.
I'm gonna pass out for a sleep.
Take him under the arms and help him.
I take a quick sip of whatever's left. Yeah.
What do your potions taste like?
It's kind of like a mixed
IPAs.
bag.
They all taste like IPAs.
Yeah, I will try to make them taste
Just
slightly.
all shitty off-brand Kool-Aid packets.
It's like the worst
Well,
aftertaste.
I did use rat pellets in this one. So.
Ah.
Oh.
Ugh.
And I think with that, it's a good place to
You
stop
never
with
know
this
what you're gonna
adventure.
need to make potions. It's not
No one died. I just maimed a few people. So,
perfect. It's my
Yay.
favorite kind of
Now we'll
campaign.
sleep.
and now we'll sleep at not night.
Yeah, I need to do some research on what I need to do to make more
Nice.
stuff. Because I'm low. I know, super low.
So with that, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying. Make sure you vote on who should get a out of campaign hero point for next session. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give a reason why they deserve an extra point. And we will see you guys next time. Oh wait,
Damn it, I was waiting for a better pause and I
Sorry.
missed it. But no, it's okay. Smash that subscribe
Jesus
button.
Smash it, goddammit!
part of me now wants like a fold-away, like a table that he just hits and just like plywood,
I mean,
Sounds like gavel.
no, okay, probably not this table, but like,
Yeah.
prop wood or like what is it, stunt wood or something.
Right,
Just-
yeah.
it's just like one of those taekwondo boards that is like
Right.
Yeah, easy to break.
designed, yeah,
Okay.
designed to break.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Smash that subscribe
I
button.
need-
Yeah.
You can get that
Distracting me with
back.
smashing. Oh yeah. Has anybody actually like commented on any of the other stuff?
No.
We like it's like 2 sessions afterwards.
Technically one. Because the one we just posted has I kind of put that call out, but we haven't really.
Which is the mansion
It
episode.
hasn't gone
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.